the wonderful Jack Chapman to play. So let's. Oh, we've got.
Now you're live.
Now you're live.
Go, Davey, go.
Davey,
What's
you're
happening?
Live.
Am I live now? Right.
Yes.
Okay. We are.
Yes.
We are live for another TTS Fight Night. I am your voice Wesley. I am here hosting today so Jack can play. We are going to be having a wonderful matchup today. I won't spoil the list for you. I'll let the guys tell you. But how are you players? We've got Jack using. Well, I'll let you tell about what you're going to be playing today. But how are you, Jack? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've been playing some King of the Ping games. It's been going pretty well. Smashing those out, having a good time. Don't have
R.I.P. Max from last night.
I basically have no ITT painting to do, so I'm kind of enjoying the lull of not having to do anything for that. So it's not.
Well, that is exciting. Well, we'll ask you about your ITT list as the night goes on. Scrivo, you are our special guest tonight. How are you feeling, and how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling very special. I'm playing a list I've not played and a detachment I've not played, so I feel like I'm as prepared as I could be.
Awesome. That's exactly what else could you ask for? Sick. All right, nice. Well, let's get into the list then.
I should switch this over.
Boom.
Okay.
All right. First up, we have John's list for tonight. John, who's playing the Librarius Conclave. Hey, type in the chat how you would pronounce that. But Scribble, do you want to take us through your list?
Yeah, so it's the Warlord is Azrael, because who doesn't like a free CP? And then Ezekiel, 2 Librarians, one with Prescience, which gives me a reactive move if they finish within 9 inches of me. It's D6 or 6 if I'm in Divination, whatever they're called, things. And then I've got one with Fusillade, which basically gives me anti-vehicle and anti-monster 5 up. And then if I'm in the Pyromancy thing, I get... what's the other thing I get? I do not remember now. Let's see. Let's see what it is. This is brilliant. I get Sustained Hits 1. My notes are too small to read. And then if I'm in the Telekinesis discipline, I get an extra 6 inches as well. So there's lots of very situational stuff in my list. And then I've got 2 Librarians in Terminator armor. One with Celerity, which basically gives the unit he's leading advance and charge. And if they're in the Biomancy discipline, I get fallback advance and charge. So it's like a mini Stormlance. It's a Stormlance at home. And then I've got, for the units, I've got 5 Assault Intercessors for jump packs, just for scoring units. I've got a 6-man of Blade Guard. This is because having Ezekiel in the list is a flavor choice, but he doesn't give his unit an invent, so him being within a circle of companions makes them very squishy, even though they get a lot more attacks. I've then got 2 Deathwing Knight squads, each led by a Terminator Librarian, one with the Advance and Charge enhancement. Then I got 6 Inner Circle companions that are with Azrael, and then 6 with a Librarian, which is the one that's got the enhancement, the Prescience. So nice reactive move. An Invader ATV for a little cheeky coming into the back corner, doing a mission action, move blocking, who knows what. And then 5 Scouts do something very similar. And then a brick of 10 Stern Guard with lots of shooting. They're going to be led by a Librarian that's got the Fusillade, which is spicy. So it's a bit of shooting, a bit of combat, a bit of everything. Hopefully it'll do all right.
Very cool. Very cool. We've had a lot of people talking about it, and you've been asked a few times to play this by your audience for your YouTube show on the channel, right?
Yes. So the idea I had is before I do any videos like that, I always want to at least have played it a few times to have an actual insight into it, because it's nothing worse than going, well, this is how I think this works, and then they have no clue. So this is the first game I'm actually getting of it, because I've not had chance. So I thought it was a good excuse, and it's something people have asked for, so show the people what they want to see, right?
Absolutely. Cool. All right, let's get on to the wonderful usual host of the show, Jack, who is taking the shiny skeletons today.
Yeah, Necrons are one of the few armies that I've actually got some reps with, so I thought I'd maybe play that for a bit and maybe kind of know what I'm doing. I've not played Starshatter, admittedly, so that's going to be new for me. But I have played the Necrons themselves before. So I've gone for Imhotep for my Warlord. I want some extra CP because this is a pretty CP-hungry attachment. Got a Catacomb Command Barge with Dread Majesty enhancement, which is kind of the budget Silent King, because I'm just not a big fan of the Silent King in general as a giant single model. That just makes me nervous. I don't like that. I think he's too expensive for not enough. The buffs for him are too expensive, basically. I got 2 Locust Lords, one with the miniaturized Nebuloscope, who's with the Heavy Destroyers, coming to you later, and we've got another one with Corona Impedance Field, which is -1 damage. Ew. We've got 5 Flayed Ones with Infiltrating. We've got a unit of Ophidian Destroyers for some uppy downy objective action, and they're actually pretty good in combat. Unit of 3 Skullback Destroyers because they're pretty cool and need a bit more combat threat. Unit of 6 Locust Destroyers with Gauss Cannons for the -1 damage guy to go with. The Heavy Destroyers with Enmitic Exterminators for the Ignore Cover guy to go with. 2 units of Tomb Blades because I insist that these are good no matter how many times they let me down. We got a unit of Wraiths because if you're not playing Wraiths in Necrons, what are you doing? That's half the fun. And I do have a Technomancer with them as well. 2 Doomsday Arcs because that's what the attachment's all about, Doomsday Arcs. And a Triox Stalker for just some nice little scouty action.
They're ridiculously tanky, actually, aren't they?
We've already got people in the crowd excited. Ex-hobbies talking about Dark Angels Librarius makes happy squeaking sound. So that's great to hear as well. How are you feeling about this attachment, Jack? I know this is obviously the new Grotmus one.
I think it's good, right? I think the jury is still out whether it's better than Awakened
Hypercrypt.
or Hypercrypt. Yeah, but the thing about it is that the rules in it are good. It's just that they cost a lot in the sense of like CP. In the sense of your points, your enhancements are kind of expensive, but like everything you get in it is good, right? There's no duds in here, so you get a lot of options, but you can't have all the options. So I think this is going to be a more I think there's a lot more room to misplay it in the current thing. I think like Awakened and Hypercrypt is a lot more forgiving in the current like environment. But yeah, as Shrouder says, I think the more common, I think the more common build for Starshatter we're gonna see going forward is going to be no Silent King, and I think more scoring to go alongside of it. That's just my prediction as a lowly tournament player who doesn't know nothing, doesn't know nothing.
4-1 not tournament player, no, it's not bad.
That happened once. I'm sure that might happen again someday.
I thought you went 4-1.
Davey, that's not as impressive as it sounds because I've also gone 4-1 once at an event. Once.
Yeah, but that was in 8th edition, John. So
that was last year, thanks.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it a narrative event?
No, it was ITT.
Was it Necromunda?
It was Bully Boys before they got nerfed.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
And I lost the mirror.
All right. Well, we actually the guys have kindly set up and deployed, so we are ready to go. So let's get on to the main event here, guys. You can see my screen here. If there's anything you want to see, do let me know. And of course, we do love any comments. Please chat. Tell us what you think about the game. If you have any questions for our players today, it's great. It gives me something to talk to them about while their opponent's in the movement phase. So. Guys, do you want to talk about your deployments? Jack, do you want to go first on deployments here?
Yeah, sure. I guess I can. So I guess from my perspective of it'll be starting from the left, going to the right. So the Wraiths are with the Technomancer, ready to jump out onto this kind of expansion objective and then project out from there. Kind of hoping they're going to be stodgy enough that they're a real problem for Scrivo to deal with. We've got there's very little long range shooting in this list from Scrivo, so I could be quite disrespectful with the Triarch Stalkers and Doomsday Arts. They can move out pretty good here, quite centrally. They get some good firing lines. I've got my Locust Destroyers in the middle, with ready to use the walk through wall stratagem to move up and get some fire lines as well. I've also got some Ophidian Destroyers back here ready to go into reserve and do some scoring for me later. I've got my Catacomb Command Barge in the middle, ready to support wherever I want to go for a push or anything like that. Some flayed ones and get it going up into the middle just to aggravate for things like, what's it called?
Area denial?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And then we got some Tomb Blades over here, just kind of giving me something to do if I get first turn, basically. Then I've got some Scorpio Destroyers on the home objective alongside Imhotep. They're just going to move up on the first turn. I just kind of ran out of space in my deployment because there's a lot of big bases, so they ended up going back here. Yeah, that's, and in reserve, I've got my Enmitic Destroyers with Locust Lord waiting to find a juicy target to jump on.
Very nice. Cool. All right. John.
All right. Mine's quite straightforward. Very much modeling a lot of what I end up doing most of the time with my Marines. So the scouts you'll see are kind of in this weird kind of middle of nowhere place. This is because when they do their scout move, if I'm going second, they're going directly behind that wall, nice and safe. But then if they're going first, they can tuck up, go forward, get on that objective. Behind the ruin behind them is my jump back intercessors. They're basically there staging ready for needing to jump on that point because that is my kind of safer objective. Makes sense to put them kind of there. I've got the Blade Guard in the middle behind the big Super L. The logic being there is that they're going to push up, maybe sit in the middle and just kind of pressure that. I've then got all my Inner Circle Companions behind one of the big, the kind of the middle central L, just so that they can, depending on where Jack goes, they can push into either to my left or into the center. And then I've got the Stern Guard tucked in my big L, just because I don't know where he's going to be. So I need to make sure I use that shooting wisely because it'll pop off and kill stuff as long as it's in range. So it's about staging them. So I put them somewhere safe so he can't just cut an angle early on and just pick them up because they are still just a couple of wounds each and a 3-up save. So I don't really want him to pick them up too early. And then I've got the ATV and the Deathwing Knights up in reserve because flexibility is helpful.
So an ATV, what was the other thing, sorry?
2 squads of Deathwing Knights, one that has advance and charge, and one that's just with a normal Terminator Librarian.
Very cool. All right, nice. Super. Well, I think we're ready to go, guys. Let's roll for that all-important first turn. This is, of course, Purge of the Force, so no one wants to go first.
I cannot wait to go first.
I've got a 3.
And I've rolled a 4.
Oh.
Flip. If I delete it quick enough, it doesn't.
Oh, I can't see your dice, guys, here.
Oh, they don't load through.
Let me put another one just so you can see it. Can you see this one?
I can see it. Oh yeah, it's not loading. You can't see the dice.
Picture. That's interesting.
What about this one?
Oh. No, that's spooky.
That's really weird.
Oh well.
David, do you want to just hit Control Z and it might reload the map for you? Everyone bear with, it's going to look a bit weird for you guys, but...
Oh, it's reloading for me as well.
Yeah, it's going to reload for everyone.
Nice.
This is a trick for TTS.
Reload for everyone. Yeah. You get a reload.
If you ever have something that doesn't work, you can just hit the Control Z and it reloads the map. It's just kind of like a little hack for stuff that...
What about when I fail a charge? Can I do it then?
Well, it does undo the last like 2 minutes or 30 seconds or whatever it is, but yeah, we haven't done anything recently.
Uh-oh.
And technology.
The control alt deleted itself.
Okay, I'll bring up my screen while you get yours sorted.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
So that's clearly the technomancy discipline in action there.
Yeah, that's my guy. So
See what I did there.
Working hard.
Just working on it. Just loading. My computer is, I think, from 2017. I will be buying a new one next month.
Oh, with all that YouTube money that we've been earning.
I wish it was all YouTube. I wish it was. Chris and Tom are going to be on that boat. Chris and Tom are going to be on that boat.
Yeah, they keep talking about this. What they don't
Yeah.
realise is I get
And
seasick.
we're
and they're
never
taking me with them.
mentioned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it makes me slightly nervous they
whilst
never
we're
mentioned me and you.
whilst we're waiting, I'm going to run through quickly what my psychic disciplines are, because that's
Makes
the big
sense.
thing in my detachment. So these are, at the start of the battle round, I pick one to be in for the battle round. Biomancy discipline is adding 2 to my movement characteristic. The divination discipline is I can reroll a hit roll or wound roll of 1 with attacks, so that's shooting or combat. Then we got pyromancy, which is each time I target something within 12 inches with a ranged attack, I improve my AP by 1, which is really cool. And then telekinesis is each time a ranged attack targets a unit, -1 from the strength. So this is going to be kind of more situational. If I think your shooting is going to be wounding me on 3s, wounding me on 2s, do I then boost it back the other way? But we'll see. And then finally, telepathy discipline is each time a model makes an attack, I can ignore any or all modifiers to their weapon skill or ballistic skill, or any modifiers to hit. Annoyingly, it doesn't do modifiers to damage. That would be impactful because Jack does have some -1 damage stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have that, but it'll be what it is. So we'll see.
Okay, cool. Davey, if you just let me know when you're loaded in, and I can swap over the screen share for you.
Will do, mate. Yeah.
But yeah, in the meantime, I believe it's your first scout, Davey.
Davey? You mean me?
Scrivo, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Right, let's have a
John.
look then. So I have my scouts to move. So what they're going to do, just in case, and of course,
Good old TTS. I'll just double check my.
somehow, even though all my stuff was yellow scribed or force auged, it still doesn't have measured movement. In fact, it did before. It doesn't now. So maybe the reload bugged it out. I don't know. I'll blame someone else.
Force Org loves to just not add in measure movement sometimes.
Yeah. Because I made the effort. Last night, I sat there and loaded up my lovely little list, thinking, what's the worst that can happen? Jack can just shoot me off the table, but I'll have the right models, so it's fine. Right, there we go. My scout's
Jack,
done.
will you roll a dice for me, please?
Yeah, sure. Let's see if we can.
Ooh,
Hey, it works. Right now. Okay,
Cool,
cool.
awesome.
Let me just set that up.
sweet as a nut. Right, I've done my scouting. Do you have any scouting to do, Jack?
Do have scouts. I've got the Tomb Blades and the Triarch Stalker.
Nice.
The Triarch Stalker's going to go 9 forward. Just plonk himself down.
Those things are really, really annoying.
Yeah.
Northern Warlords, I failed to kill one.
Yes, they are.
But it was
Hells
fine.
yeah. This one's going to come into here. This one doesn't want to get. So your advance in charge, is that for any Psyker unit?
The advance in charge is for the Terminator unit. I don't have it to just give out.
Ah, right. Okay.
It's just that one Terminator unit.
I'm just going to switch over the old screen share.
Sweet.
Right, I am ready to share my screen.
There we go. I have.
Thank you very much. Question: how do you get rid of all the text on the right-hand side of this?
When we hit start game, it goes away.
Oh, does it? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So I should probably do that, and then.
that's
So
a good question.
where
That's
do I
a great
want to
point.
do these Tomb Blades? They don't want to get charged. That'll be no bueno. 24 is the max. So.
I can get +2 to my movement characteristic as well.
Oh, okay, so 26 is the max.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh,
good point. It'll be
watching Jack right
this
now
the
is
start of the
some,
battle round, or is this before the start of the battle round?
This is before the start of the battle
Cool.
round.
Yeah. I never have to do battle round stuff anymore, so I'm always caught out.
Well, no, Jack being very clever here and working out threat ranges, guys. Working out threat ranges is one of the mistakes you see a lot of players make if they do not do it properly. A lot of people I know have lost turns game one because they didn't measure a threat range.
Yeah. And making sure you know if your opponent has a way to affect their threat ranges. So you can assume someone's going to move their 6 inches and then charge, but if they've got advance or any other kind of shenanigans they can do, like giving themselves a reactive move, if you don't know about that,
Yeah.
you should be always asking for those questions.
Yes, and as the other player, if you want to win, you should not tell them, right, John?
That's not the right approach.
Is that not the right approach? Can you
No.
tell me what you would do?
I would tell you what I can do, and then I'll
Okay.
remind you gently, but I will not tell you every time because I can't keep telling you I can react to move. I can react because I find sometimes that's a little bit too overbearing, and it becomes a bit of a psychological kind of I might move.
Man, we are getting into the hot topics right now. One of those
Yeah,
things,
no.
I think with reactive moves, we found out where some people's line is when it comes to playing with intent.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have some 2 blades up in the middle there, and I'm gonna have some over here
Nice.
because there's not a ton of shooting, so I don't really need to hide this unit like super hard.
How dare you? My heavy bolt pistols can hurt you. And to be fair, my librarians can shoot you with mine bullets as well.
They can indeed.
But that's just that. That might kill one flayed one.
Yeah. But that's me sorted for scouts. So
Super.
hit the old start game button.
Uh-oh.
Round 1,
And
fight.
it is all yours, my man.
Right. I'm player
Right, what?
B, so I'm going to gain a CP because Azrael's on the table. And I'm going to choose to be in the
All
biomancy
right, while John
discipline.
is doing his movement, guys. Oop. While John's doing his movement, we've got some questions on Necrons for Jack. So you mentioned I think you covered why you didn't have the Silent King, Jack, right? You just didn't want to spend all those points on a single model.
Yeah, I'm also kind of not super impressed by his profiles. I feel like I'm probably going to make some enemies with Necron players by saying this, but he seems like one of those
All right, they're
units.
probably asleep.
He seems like one of those units that you take because they're cool, not because they're super competitive. Like you would take them because they're good, but like they probably get taken more often than they probably should because people want to take it. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
it's a unit that's super difficult to deal with, right? Because it has the annoying thing where the Minervas come back. So you've got to kill both Minervas, then start winning the cycle. It's like fighting a boss on a computer game. You know, like you've got to kill the weird shields that keep spinning around him, then you get to wound him, but you've got to do this certain combo in a certain way. Like it feels super annoying to try and kill him. And so a lot of the time you just go, well, I guess I'm not going to, right?
Yeah, like he's definitely a defensive stat brick, 100%. But I guess maybe it's just a Tau player in me. But I looked at his profiles and I was like, like his close combat profile in particular, like really underwhelmed me. Like the men here's like laser beam is okay, but like the rest of it just didn't impress me. So I felt like I was paying a lot of points for something that's not really gonna do a lot of damage when you need it to. Like he'll live, and he'll do like his AoE buffs and stuff. But I can just take the command barge and then he can do the AoE buffs instead, and it's like almost as good. But yeah, I'm in general, I'm not a super big fan of having like one model that you spent like 1 million points on.
No, notoriously, I've never played a Norn on the table, and I will be at an event for the first time this weekend for the same reason. It's just so many points, man.
Yeah.
And as Shrouder says, dropping the Silent King has given you more scoring pieces than other lists he's seen. So I think you're probably on the right track. I actually played against Starshatter at Nottingham against a wonderful chap called Colin. And I think his list was probably better for not having him, which was great, interesting. Do we think Starshatter is viable after the update? That's from Stephen Hootson. I mean, if you listen to, I was listening to the Chops on Out of War today, and they were very, very dismissive of Starshatter. And it's always been the same criticisms you hear from different channels as well, is they just struggle to score points, right? On not Jack's list here. Jack's clearly built the list with that in mind, by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think it's definitely still viable because there weren't like tons of rule changes when they nerfed it. It's mainly just the you can't auto six your movement after you get shot. Mm-hmm. You have to always roll. And it went to 2 CP for the +1 to wound strat. and I'm trying to remember what the other nerf that they put in was.
JPI going to advance as well.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh,
See that.
perfect. Got one. There you go.
Well, I will
50.
point out both of you forgot smoke and mirrors. Very disappointed.
Well, we already deployed, Davey, so we took that into account.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I remember you said
we
it. You
didn't.
definitely
But...
said it. Neither of us are doing anything. Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
yeah, we absolutely did
I
not.
don't believe in smoke and mirrors. Smoke and
No, me
mirrors
neither.
is for traitors and heretics.
I see through smoke, and I don't see myself when I look in a mirror. I just do not believe they exist.
It's because you're a ginger vampire.
Yeah, well, that might be it, mate. That might be it. I definitely look like a vampire in this light.
Definitely
I am.
do not like
Hail.
sunlight. Woo.
Exactly.
Right, I've done all my movements.
Okay. Tell us what's happened, John.
So essentially, I have stepped up and kind of staged because I don't have shooting other than the Stern Guard, which just need to actually be relatively close. I've just stepped up, used the extra movement to get myself a little bit further up, advanced everyone, apart from there's one unit that's staying back because I can't actually get them out because there's nowhere for them to go safely. I've tucked in the scouts just so they're kind of all on the point. The JPI I've gone up there as well, so it just means if he brings anything up, I've got them to pop out. You're right, Jack. Your hands up.
What are your secondaries?
Oh, great question. I got so carried away. Right, I might have to just undo all of that. That would be great. Let's see what I'm going to do. I won't be able to shoot you, so it'll be fine. There we go. Engage on all fronts and storm hostile. So storm hostile I can bin.
Yep, you can swap it for free, so it'd be that one.
So
That one.
I hope you get cleansed, John, or something, mate.
Yeah.
Or
Mark for
recover
death.
asset.
Brilliant.
3 units you can't see.
Cool. Spoilers, I've got 2 CP. I'm going to bin that. And get no prisoners. Great start, guys. That will change nothing for me because engage is great, but I can't do it realistically.
There's not a lot of secondaries you could have done here, right?
No. And
I think you could have done recover assets.
Containment, recover assets.
Sabotage?
I could have done area denial if I really needed to. I could have pushed them further, but I didn't.
Yeah. But also, you wouldn't be the ideal scenario. So
Correct.
there's probably 4 out of 18 secondaries
So
you could have done. So yeah,
It's all right.
fair play.
Yeah.
So out of interest for those watching at home, why aren't you on your home objective?
That is a very good point. Right. Let me just do this quick little cheeky guy goes here.
John playing 5D chess, man,
Fucking hell.
or Age of
Right.
Sigmar, one of the two.
Both? Right. Let me just quickly put them back there. Yeah. Amazing, right? This is why I am a coach. And when I say coach, I am the water boy.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
He's laying that down. He's a very good coach for Team Wales.
Yeah. Just make sure that's
Super cool. So, anything else to do on your turn then, John? Except gain a CP?
apart from correct. I can't gain a CP because I've already gained a CP.
Materials are good one.
Yeah, just
On the
make sure
bright
we
side,
get
you've
this
got
guy.
rid of some crap secondaries.
Yeah, the way I see it, sometimes with Marines, one of the biggest weaknesses they have is that they don't necessarily have the ability to do that unless you've got units that you've paid for. So I know this might sound really silly, but if you've paid for things like scouts to do stuff, you then are throwing them away. So this is why quite often I didn't put it into this list, but the lieutenant with combi weapon, great, because it's a little loan up before deploys. Those sorts of tools are really useful in Marines, but it didn't feel on theme, so unfortunately I don't have it. But
All
there we
right,
go.
groovy.
Right, I'm going to bin engage and no prisoners because I just don't care.
Very nice. Cool. All right, let's pass the turn on to young Jack Chapman then.
Okay, so I'm also going to gain another CP because I have Mr. Imotech.
And
And
do you
I'm
want to pull
going-
your secondaries at the end of your movement phase as well, Jack?
No, I think I'll draw mine in the command phase.
Oh,
That's
I was so focused on just moving.
Get rid of Cold Horde.
Scribble, we have all 100% been there. Do not worry.
It's normally round 3 of an event. You're 2 turns in and you go, what was I doing for my secondaries? And then you look and go, I haven't drawn them.
So I've got Recover and Marked for Death. So
Cool.
do you want to mark some stuff for
It
death?
has to be stuff on the battlefield, right?
It does indeed.
So
And stuff
it
that can knock
will
you down.
it will be my 2 inner circle units, and my blade guard.
Okay.
So,
I
yeah.
think we're gonna swap it out.
Thought you might.
No, inner circle plus being there.
Yes, Sean, I
Also,
do
no
need a cup of tea.
prisoners.
Ah, yeah. Let's just cycle all
Right.
the rubbish ones out early.
No prisoners. Recover. Okay.
No prisoners is a bad one to lose early doors, Jack. I think.
Yeah, it's
Especially on Purge, right? Because it's double points for killing stuff.
yeah.
Celavi. So both of you, if you didn't cycle a secondary, would have had no prisoners turn 2.
Correct. Yeah.
This
This would have been
is
way
why
better.
If I've got 2 bad secondaries first turn with having 2 CP, unless I'm really precious on things I need to do, like with strats and stuff, which you don't for turn 1 with this list, I don't think. I like to cycle just to get them gone.
Fair. All right. While Jack is moving, let's have a quick chat with young John Scrivens. We've got a lot of love for this detachment. I like the idea of the Librarius. It seems fun. I wish there were Gravis Librarians, though. I would love aggressors with Biomancy.
Yeah. So that would be really nice, having aggressors moving 7. I think I could see down the line them doing a Gravis one. It doesn't feel too far off, like having a Terminator Librarian, right? So
yeah.
And
you've got the Biologist, right?
Yeah. What's really interesting is if you attach an Inquisitor to a Space Marine unit, that unit becomes an Adeptus Astartes Psyker unit. So there is ways of making units be led by a Psyker that you wouldn't necessarily have as well, which is quite fun.
That feels very dirty.
And you could take potentially 10 Librarians if you really wanted to. I don't think you've got the points to do all the units, but there is the option that there's 3 types of Librarians, and then Ultramarines and Dark Angels have each got their Chief Librarian as well. So there's a lot of options, but yeah.
We see Shrouder in the chat saying, I've not seen the 10-man Stern Guard in action yet. Hopefully they will get into a juicy target.
I feel like Jack's not going to give me that target, so I'm going to have to force
He said
the
it's
issue.
Jack pre-measured.
Yeah, we're just not going to... Because there's no advance and shoot, right, on the Stern Guard?
No.
No, so it's literally just 6 and then shoot 24. Was it 24 or 30?
You say like I should know, right? Let me just check.
They're bolt rifles, right?
Yeah, they are 24, I thought.
Yeah, I think they're 24.
They are 24, and the heavy bolters that there is 2 of are 36.
Okay. Right, okay.
John, while we're waiting, not everyone will know about this Librarius Conclave detachment. Can you give us a brief rundown on its best strat?
Right, so let's have a quick run through what the strats are, because there's a couple of really neat ones. Like Sensory Assault is you can make you pick an enemy unit that's visible and with an 18, you make them they are pinned, so they're -2 to their move, -2 to their charges, and if the telepathy discipline's active, they take a -1 battle shock test. So it's a really nice way of suppressing people, which Marines don't actually have access to a lot of the time. So their indirect stuff doesn't have the whole kind of like slowing people down stuff like the Eldar stuff does, or the Guard. So it's quite cool. The one I really like is Assail, which is select a unit that's visible to you, excluding lone ops. You roll a d6, adding 1 if you're in telekinesis discipline. For each 4 up, they suffer a mortal wound. So it's a way of getting another grenade off.
Oof.
But it's 18 inches. So it's very cheeky. It's the one I think a lot of people got excited about when they first saw it. So
and then someone brought out Swooping Hawk.
Yeah, bastards. Yeah. I'm not worried about Eldar. Eldar be Eldar, right? Like the way I see it is we'll all kind of begrudgingly play into it, complain a little bit, then we'll get on with it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I think people
I think...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, Jack, I feel like something radically about to come out of your mouth.
I just think it's like, to me, it's crazy that people are like, yeah, it's all right. It'll be all right on mid tables. That's fucking wild to me, man. Like, I think a lot of really good players are going to switch to Eldar because they look really
Yeah.
fun and they are strong.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Eldar armies about, so I think a lot of really good players are going to switch, and I think you're going to see a lot of Eldar on top 10s because of it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But then Eldar, they are glass cannons, right? They, I played into them early this week, and I handily beat them with nids, but it's an army that's unforgiving when you when you make a mistake. If you deploy badly, if you move your something out first turn badly, it's pretty rough. I would say though there is a lot of ways to mitigate that. So like swooping hawks, it's hard to make a mistake with swooping hawks, right? They're just really good, which is fine. Like they're allowed to have good units. The fire dragons, obviously very good. I would say I've been reading in a Discord that I'm a part of that a pretty handy player has suggested that they're going to struggle to get through a toughness skew without fire dragons. So obviously, probably people are taking a lot of fire dragons, but at the moment, that's one of the things that some of the better players with Eldari are saying, which is quite interesting.
That's not what I want to do.
But we shall see. They're going to be live for a GT that I'm going to later in the month. I just wish they were live now. I just want to play against them. Get my head around it, see what they do.
Oh, Scribber, I meant to pick up these Ophidians, but I forgot. They're not going to do anything. They don't want to come back in, but
all good, man.
Didn't draw anything, but yeah, we're just going to get there.
It's all right. I'm a forgiving lover.
John, as a coach, have you got any tips for people on Purge of the Four?
Kill more stuff and hold more stuff. But what you need to do is not try to overextend. So if your opponent, for example, in this situation, Jack is holding 3, I would just try to remove his third objective so he's not holding more. I wouldn't try to push him down to just the 1 unless I thought I was in a good situation to really kind of pressure the point, because then I'm making risks. Especially in singles, you do want to go for those big swings potentially, but at the same time, sometimes just being a bit more measured can really pay off, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've definitely played Purge of the Four, did nothing turn 1, and said, okay, you'll go. And sort of waited for them to make a mistake or something. Or played very safe rather than do nothing. What's interesting about this, actually, is generally speaking, the player going second does get a good swing at the end of the game. Jack's being the aggressor here. Jack's playing aggressive, quite aggressive. He's put something on the middle. He's saying, hey, I want to get that big, sexy 16 next turn.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
So to quote a wise man, Admiral Akbar, it is a trap. Because if I kill that 1, he then in return kills 2, because my units are all counting as 2 for Purge the Foe. So if anything, this mission is really not favourable for me, doubling down on the fact that I'm going first.
That is very interesting. All your units do count for 2 units. Unless they don't kill the character.
Yes. But the reality is, if he's putting enough resource in to kill -1 to hit, 4 up invuln, 3 wound bodies, he's going to do it.
He is.
Okay. So I'm going to start a recover assets.
Yep.
I'm going to start one with these locusts at the very back, and I'm going to start another one with my Triarch Stalker, because I think you can get either of those guys. So hopefully we're going to get a recover there. And I think we're just going to... It's kind of tempting to keep no prisoners, to be fair, because I don't need the CP for it. And ultimately, you kind of have to expose something in the next turn.
Yeah.
So that is a really interesting proposition that John just raised. Is that every unit you kill is two units, so no prisoners, 4 points if you kill one of his units.
That is true.
Yep, it's a risky play, Cotton.
In chat, tell us what you would do. You keeping no prisoners, or you leaving it?
Normally, my general rule of thumb is basically always ditch the card if you're not going to score it.
Yeah.
But I
think you'll get something potentially passive next turn. That's normally why you do it, right?
Yeah, but I think in this particular situation, because if you don't expose anything, I kind of get the No, I'm just going to discard it. I'm just going to stick to my general rule.
Oh, coward!
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not that.
It's quite a unique circumstance because you've got John's got JPIs here. So if they were a shooting unit, I'd be saying, "What are you, a lunatic? What are you doing?" You know, because they would be able to clear these. But it's a melee. It's melee.
My thought
Very-
is that if what Scrivo could do is he could put like 3 or 4 Stern Guard on here, or maybe and then kill this unit, and then I won't have an activation. I'll have an activation that will kill like 4, and then I won't be able to see the rest of the unit. So I won't get any kills. So he may just like play a super passive on the next turn if I do that. So I don't want to risk that. So it just telegraphs what you want to do next turn a bit too hard, I think. So yeah, we'll.
Jack, do you want to just give us a quick lowdown on what you've done and why you've done it?
Yeah, so I've put some flayed ones here because I'm going second, so I have the advantage of knowing how many units Scrivo has to kill to get a kill more. So I can put these here. He now has to expose something to kill them, or I'm going to get a hold more next turn, which will let me get a kill in return or 2 kills in return. My Trike Stalkers and my Wraiths have moved up here. They can jump forward and do something, or they can just sit here and hold my objective. That's pretty safe now. My Doomsday Arcs are staying far back. They don't want to get blapped off the board by Stern Guard, so we kind of have to wait for a commit here. And then the other thing I've done is these Tomb Blades over in the corner is I've kind of pushed them forward because they can now. John kind of has to kill these now, because if he doesn't, then they're going to go and score me a bunch of secondaries next turn, most likely. But because I've placed them far enough away from this wall, he can't charge them and then consolidate back over the wall. So he either has to kill them with shooting, which I don't think he can do with the amount of shooting that he has, or he has to charge them. So I'm kind of trying to make him make a decision. Is my goal.
All very cool stuff. And there's no shooting from yourself either, right?
No, he hasn't put anything out, so I can't shoot anything. So I'm just gonna take my recover assets and wait for him to do something.
Right, the Cold War continues. Right.
So I did get some. Actually, I wait for Scrivo to do his missions before we go into other stuff.
So
you're discarding both of those, Jack, right?
No, I'm gonna do recover assets.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Cool.
And
so on to me. Sweet. And then I gain another CP. Yay! Free CP.
Swimming.
Everyone should have them. Storm hostile objective and assassination. Ooh. So who are your characters and where are they?
Got a Technomancer all the way back here. We've got a Locust Destroyer here, Locust Lord here, sorry, and the Catacomb Command Barge here.
Okay. Not great. Not gonna lie.
9-inch charges. 9-inch charges. 9-inch charges.
So the challenge here is that Technomancer is visible to me. Have you got any way of doing reactive moves if I come within distance of you?
No.
Cool. So none of that
maybe I don't think the stratagem works for that unit.
Cool.
No, I do.
Also, rapid ingresses are in play.
If you shoot me, I can move d6 inches.
Yeah. So just don't shoot you. That's the thing to do, right? Okay. Right. Let's have a think about this then. Right.
While you're thinking, you're asking about tips for Purge. I was recently given some really good advice on Purge. So basically, I was told to don't worry about kills, especially if you're going second, because ultimately, if you pull ahead in momentum on the game, you're probably going to get at least 1 kill every turn anyway. But if you pull ahead on like momentum of the game, you're going to start getting kill mores anyway. So really, what's important is to get hold mores, and that's what to focus on the on this mission, and just kind of like forcing that kind of pressure.
Interesting.
So that's why I was given good advice recently, so that's why I was.
No, interesting. I've tended to be, because it's all worth 4 points, right? You know, so the kill more. I suppose it depends which army you're playing. If you are playing Custodes, yeah, I think that makes sense because people aren't necessarily going to finish off your units when you're playing 4-up armor Tyranids. Then you kind of start going, I don't know if that's true. I think there's obviously a lot of circumstances around that. If your opponent has out of line of sight, right? Out of line of sight or indirect shooting is pretty. Yeah, it makes you want to push a lot harder. I've tended to play Purge very defensively, and it's been one of my worst missions as a Tyranid player because even when I was Vanguard Onslaught, everything like that, it's just notoriously quite difficult to not die. I liked it on with World Eaters a lot more because you've just got little more sturdy units like 8-bound and Angron and stuff like that, and they turns out like to kill the shit out of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the armies that traditionally people don't like, people that say have like bad Purge, like Eldar, Drukhari, like those like T3Ls are just like super easy to pick up. But also, I think a lot of the Marine builds these days are quite MSU, so I think they kind of struggle in Purge a little bit as well. And
yeah, absolutely.
Marines have that phenomenon where they kill the first thing really easy, and then subsequent things are much harder.
Yeah.
So,
right. So my oath target.
Do you get an oath of vomit, John?
Yeah, I do. Thanks for reminding me to even choose one. This is great skills here. I'm so focused on just doing the secondaries now. My brain, like, I'm at half speed apparently. This is fun. This is fine. I am going to go with. Realistically, I can't see. Well, I can see a wraith there.
Can it only be something you can see? Oh, well,
no, I'm just trying to think about, but it's about utilizing it to actually be useful, right? Right, so I can get 4 shots off at them. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to oath the Wraith unit with the Techmancer.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I think I'm going to kill it, but more I just want to do something to it and force you to have to move them backwards potentially. Right.
Okay.
And I'm going to be in Biomancy discipline again. So that's why the jump packs went 14 instead of 12.
Whee!
Because why not, right? Movement. We love Scriv. Someone's being mean. Right. So I can go 8 inches. So I can come to here.
That's Scriv as the 6++ gaming account. Writing "We love Scriv, we love Scriv."
That's clearly Davey.
Oh no, we love Jack, we love Jack. Oh, it's not me. I'm too lazy to do anything like that.
Yeah. And you don't love us.
Oh, boo Davey!
Yeah.
How did it? I think that's Chris Tull. If I had to guess, but
the number
indeed.
1 Chris in 6++.
Yeah.
There isn't another Chris, is there?
No, there is not.
No, we need to get another Chris.
But it's anyways getting first place in anything. So.
Oh.
Hey, Jack, unless he's played a broken army.
Yeah.
She is Grey Knights. Well, they're well broken, mate. As we saw 2 weeks ago on stream. Well broken. Just hit 6-inch charges and then they're easy.
Yeah, nailed it. Interesting stuff. And then Starshatter, Jack, is there a stratagem or an enhancement in this detachment that really drew you to it?
To be honest, everything's just good. I think is like nothing's going to be like this will change the game if a stratagem hat goes off, right? But I think everything is just solid. You have auto advance 6 for vehicle and mounted units, which is really good because everything gets assault. All your vehicle and mounted units get assault in this.
Yeah, pretty good, isn't it? Those DDAs just flying around the board being mean.
Yeah. You can go through terrain with vehicles and mounted units. That's really good. That really opens up stuff for Locust Destroyers. Opens up a lot of play for them. You can get +1 to wound if your target's on the objective. That's the one that went up to 2 CP, I do believe. That's obviously really powerful. Anything that's on an objective just kind of dies against this detachment because they get +1 to hit against them all the time.
Need to advance.
You can have -1 to wound on your unit. Just for vehicle and mounted. Again, just more defensive stuff. We have the reactive move of d6 inches if you get shot. And we have the at the end of the opponent's fight phase, you can activate your reanimation protocols, which is kind of like the token reanimation protocols stratagem that all of the Necron detachments get.
I'm certainly guilty of playing against Necrons, shooting them with something, killing one model, and being like, "Yeah, I killed a model, so at least they're damaged, right?" And then they go, "Okay, I'm just going to reanimate." I'm like, "I forgot they could do that." Sometimes you just turn up to the game and you're just like, "Ugh."
Yeah,
So,
just
bit of advice. I'm actually working on a video. Hopefully, we're releasing it this week for the members, which is going to be essentially. We've creatively named it, "Did you underperform at your last event?" Now, the idea here being looking at what did we as in a group, as in individuals as well, though, do when we turned up to our most recent event, and what was our plan to succeed. And I'm going to talk about why, or what I've done to kind of change that, so that again I don't turn up to Necron tables and forget they can reanimate. Because there's so much stuff to remember, and most of the time, a lot of people are just thinking about their own army, going, "Well, how does my army do the thing?" Right? So then it's a lot to take in. I've actually created a very excellent spreadsheet because I'm a boring person that does boring things, so that when I get my pairing, I can actually do a little bit of a click down menu. Say, okay, this is the faction I'm playing against, and this is the mission we're playing on, and this is the map layout. And then out of all those things, it'll just give me like some bullet points to remember about each one of those things, so that I go into the matchup and I'm like, okay, I'm prepped. I know what I'm doing. Just as a handy reminder. Tell you what, though, complete ball ache to fill in the first time.
Sounds
Especially now.
riveting. I
bet.
actually zoned out
There's
doing
so
my
many
movement going, is he trying to make me fall asleep?
Wow.
Well,
I for one, Davey, think that's very proactive, and I'm very proud of you.
yeah, thank you.
I'm not the kind of person that can do that. I'm definitely the kind of person who, like having a bunch of like aids and stuff like that, like more information around me is like that's overwhelming for me, and I like it doesn't help me. It just slows me down. For me, I kind of prefer to work more off of instinct, I guess.
Yeah.
And which I don't know. I don't know if that's probably not better. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that it is, but it's.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're the person that gets all the reps in the world against the best lists in the world and with good players, perhaps you don't need it, right? Because you just go, it's fine. I played that matchup. I kind of know how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have access to that or whatever, I think then something like what I'm doing kind of makes sense. But agree, sounds boring as fuck. Totally boring.
Right, I've done my movement.
Okay.
All right, John. John's
So-
on his movement, and it looks like a bunch of stuff has happened. John, talk to us.
So I haven't done my deep strikes yet because I was going to just check if Jack wanted to rapid ingress. But basically what I've done is the more I thought about it, the more I could just sit back, not do anything, but Jack's then just going to score passively without me trying to impact on it. So I'm just trying to pressure him a bit now. So I've moved forward the Stern Guard so I can cut an angle at the Wraiths. The plan is to just try to throw some big heavy bolter shots into them. The Blade Guard I've pushed right forward. They're just almost touching the flayed ones. The idea here is I'm going to try to get a nice charge so I can actually go round them, charge them, and then pile into his Tomb Blades and just get that free movement.
Spicy.
Azrael's unit's just moved up to replace where the Stern Guard kind of were loitering to. And then my Librarian other unit with the Inner Circle Companions are tucked on my home objective because annoyingly in this mission, I need something there. I could bring in my ATV, but I really want to save that for a mission play. and I feel like having a pocket unit there will probably help. And then I've moved the assault intercessor jump packs forward. The logic being here is reacting. They can either charge into the flayed ones and do similar sort of thing, or they can go for the long bomb charge into the Scorpec destroyers on his home objective. So the idea here is just I want to start trying to tie up everything, because the last thing he wants to do is be shooting the things I want him to be in combat with.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, but let's see what happens. So, would you like to do any rapid ingressing, Jack? Before
Well,
I do?
you would do
Oh,
your
I do
deep
mine.
tracks
I do mine
first.
first.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't remember how to play Warhammer anymore. This is brilliant, isn't it?
All right, we've all been a bit rusty, mate. Don't worry.
It's only been 2 weeks. I've got no excuse.
Yeah, but you are a man of many games.
Yeah. Right. So,
He's just going to come in and slam a 9, isn't he?
yeah, that's the idea. Right. I
I
can't
really
because
hope
the way your
guys-
bloody legs work. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
We know
should-
I'm 9 away.
Yeah. Sure. I think
So
if you just move this guy, then you're basically perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Right. And what I'll do is, whilst we're doing all of that, I'm going to just move. Oh, not that. I'm going to pick up this guy. Pick up this guy. I'm going to put the Knight Master right at the front, and then the Librarian right at the front, because that's how we roll. Raw dog.
Sorry, I do have these lists. I'm just going to copy and paste them into chat. I think one's already in there. Which one's that?
That's just the one that you sent me.
Okay,
So I assume that was both of them.
Oh no, that's your list, Jack. I've got another one. I've just sent it to your WhatsApp actually.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't change the description from where I am, but we can. There we go. It's Dark Angels there, but we can get them added at the end for sure. So if you're watching the VOD of this, you will obviously have them. But
All right,
if
John.
you're
So we're
watching-
doing some shit.
Unless Jack wants to rapid ingress anything.
do I want to ingress? That could be good, I think. Ho, ho, ho. I think I might bring my Ophidians in over here.
Perfect.
Go be a hassle to you here. I think that makes some kind of sense. Yeah. Yeah, that looks all right.
Very cool. Very
Go
cool.
with that.
Cool.
Spin disappear them on 2.
I'm going to do some shooting then, I guess.
All right. Go on to bits, John.
Right. So one guy I think can't quite see your duties.
That's what it looked like to me when I was
Yeah.
eyeing it. So
Yeah. So I feel like this guy couldn't, because I didn't get the movement to get one tucked into that gap, unfortunately.
yeah,
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Prescient Precision for 1 CP. And this basically gives this unit lethal hits. And it would give me ignore cover if I was in the divination discipline, but I'm not. So I'm just giving myself lethal hits, basically. And these are shooting into the wraiths. So let me just get my unit stats up, because I have not used Stone Guard enough to actually really kind of know what they do. Right. So it is 2 heavy bolters and then 7 normal bolt rifles. Right. So I'll do the heavy bolters first. Hang on. What? How much wounds have your guys got?
4 each.
And are they -1 damage or anything like that?
No, the -1 damage can only go on vehicles and mounted.
Vehicles. Cool. Right. So I'll do the 2 heavy bolters first then. So it's 6 shots across the 2 of them. I am sustained hits 1, re-rolling because you're oathed, and I'm lethal hits. So these are hitting on 4s, but re-rolling. Right, so 4, those 3 need to be re-rolling. Oh, press that button. There we go. So 2 missed, and no sustained, and no lethal. Great start. And then it's 5 into
6.
6, and these are re-rolling to wound because you're my oath target. So these are wounding on 5s but re-rolling. So I re-roll those 2. There we go. So that is 1 is a dev wound. Well, 2 dev wounds,
Oh,
and then
okay.
3 saves at -1.
Okay. And it's ignore cover, right?
Not ignore cover because I'm not in the divination.
Okay. So
Discipline.
it'll just be 3 things it cancels out.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
that's the 3 armors, and then 2 devs.
Yeah.
For 4 damage, so 4 feel no pains, of which I make 3. So I
It
lose.
was only 1 that went through as dev. It was 1/6.
Oh, okay. Either way, it's fine.
Yeah. Cool. I don't want the VOD to spot that I'm cheating of some sort.
No worries.
Right, and
I
then
mean, so far you've nerfed yourself, so you're fine.
I don't cheat. Right. So then 7 bolt rifles. So that's 14 shots. So this is hitting on 3s, re-rolling. Thank goodness. So then 3 are lethal. So
Nice.
Are they lethal and sustained?
just lethal. They're not sustained on the bolt
okay.
rifles, unfortunately. I wish. And the... So then these are wounded on 5s. But re-rolling because you're oathed. So that is 6, 9 at -1.
9. Okay. So back on those 3s. Fail 4 of them. So 4 feel no
Ooh.
pains. I failed 3 of those. So I lose a wraith.
Perfect. And that is all she wrote. Not the right target for them, I don't think, but I needed to try to get rid of some of them. And then what we're going to do is the Blade Guard are going to shoot your flayed ones.
Okay.
So that is 5 heavy bolt pistols and a Volkite. So the heavy bolt pistols, I want to say hitting on 2s. I don't know now. No,
think it might be
3s.
three.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. 2 miss. And then T4.
Yeah.
So that is 2 at -1.
Okay, so 5s. 2 die. That one. And that one.
Cool. And then
we'll kill the other one.
the Neo Volkite. Hit on 3s. Misses. Perfect. Yeah. Thanks, Shrouder, for reminding me that Wraith will be coming back. The reality is, I'm gonna ace the 9-inch charge, and they're all gonna die. Don't worry.
Yeah, man, that 9-inch charge is up. I am
It's
literally
happening.
praying for it
It's
right
happening.
now.
I'm doing this for the memes. There's no point not. And I'm exactly 8 away from the score pack. Grenade is I have to be within 8, isn't it?
Yes.
I think 8 is within 8, right?
I think 8's within 8, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm going to throw a grenade at that score pack.
Okie doke.
So that puts me down to 2. So let's roll some dice. Bum, bum, bum. That is 4 mortal wounds to them.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Perfect. So there is. That's nice. That's what we like. Nice. Cool. I don't think I've got any other shooting to do. Oh, in fact,
Do
I
you need
do.
Librarian Mind Bullets?
Yeah, I'm just looking at Ezekiel. Should have been going into those little punks as well. So I'll quickly get his stats up. I'll do just a normal Witchfire on them. It's only the 1. Just to kill 1. Hit on 2s, and he rolls a 1. That's
Oh, no,
why
I'm
you
sure
don't
I'm
have a new
offended.
model, Ezekiel.
He's not hazardous, is
No, that was just the normal shot because I
Okay.
knew what would happen.
he?
You know how it works. Then I think that is all I can see that is a valid shooty shoot, apart from the intercessors themselves. Might as well shoot my pistols at the stupid tomb blades. I could get rid of them. Okay, so I will do 3 heavy bolt pistols into them first. Hit on 3s. What misses? T6 or T5?
T5, I think.
T5. Okay. Just the one. No, nothing, because it's 4s. I'm an idiot. Right, and then 2 plasma pistols. I'm so good at numbers today. And then 2 plasma pistols. So these are 3s and 3s. 1 misses. And then 1 at -2.
Get my 5-up invuln, which I fail.
Take a wound.
Just 1.
Yeah, I don't overcharge my plasma. That's how Azrael died in 8th edition. No thanks.
Can I do a thing?
Reactive move?
I don't know
While
if it
Jack
works.
checks out, we need Scrivo's 9-inch charge to come off, and I think it only works if we all pray together. So please, I need a hashtag John that we can put in the chat or something.
Yeah, I think
So-
I'm going to go for my reactive move on that one, mate.
Yeah, because that's 6 OC,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, I'm just seeing if I have to kill a model. No, just target. Yeah, let's go for that then. So D6 reactive move. 1 inch, always.
That doesn't
Nice.
get them on there,
Yeah,
right?
they needed a 2-up, but that's always
Oh,
the
well.
way.
Put 9s in the chat. Put 9s in the chat.
No, don't put 9s in the chat.
Come on, 9s in the chat. Let's
No.
make it happen.
We don't need to do that. That's not necessary.
I feel like it's entirely necessary. Right, and I'm just going to see if I've got any strats that would be useful in the combat phase.
CP reroll.
Other than that one, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
sad. I can't.
Oh, Big
Fiery
old Jim's put
Shield's
an
the
8 in.
defensive one. Iron Arm. I can add 1 to my strength. What's the strength of... It doesn't matter. What's the toughness is 6, right?
For what, sorry?
For your Wraiths. unit.
Race is 6, yeah.
Yeah. So I could make myself +1 strength, so it'd make it wounding on 3s. That's useful. That's cool to know. Okay.
12
Okay.
from Shrouder.
Right. So what you're saying is I'm totally going to roll this for you now. So what we'll do, I'm going to just warm these dice up. I'm going to roll them old-fashioned style. I'm going to actually shake them. Just see if I can manage it. That is an 8.
Well,
Oh!
big old Jim has called it straight up.
Thanks, Jim. So I've just spent a CP for me pressing this button. I made a 7. There you go. And that is game.
Well, we'll see you
Hang
next
on.
week.
Hang on, let me just check what celerity gives me, because I have a funny feeling. No, it gives me nothing about plus to charges. I wish I was playing Lion's Blade right now, guys. I'm not going to lie. I prefer
You're-
jumping through those hoops.
You're right, Shrouder. He probably would bounce against the race, but I think what John was trying to do there was get in, pop the precision stratagem and kill my Technomancer
Yes.
for assassinate.
Yeah.
So that's some
That was
points
basically
right
the plan, and then just keep you back there, so then I can just move forward into
there. Yeah,
the
totally
other juicy
reasonable.
stuff.
Yeah.
Never
Putting the
mind.
fight on Jack's objective is better than it being on John's territory, right?
Right. So now the Blade Guard are going to charge. So I've got a decision here. I can get them into the flayed ones, or I can roll a 9-inch charge into the
With no reroll.
that just doesn't
that's it.
feel worth it.
Well,
Right. They're going to go into the flayed ones because I've got to make the smart decisions, or slightly less worse decisions. Right. So I've got to roll a 1. That's the 9 I wanted. Thanks, guys. Thanks. You're a bit slow.
well, you should have done the 9-inch charge, John.
Fuck. Davey.
That's the way it always works in this game, though, isn't
Davey.
it? When you need a charge, you'll fail it, and then you'll make that same charge on the next charge that you roll. It's always how it goes.
There's a wall there, isn't it? Oh,
There is a wall there, yeah.
right. So what I'll do is let's put these guys back because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm a competent human being. Right. This guy goes to here.
Mhm.
This guy goes to here.
Mhm.
This guy goes like here, and then this guy goes 9 inches this way.
So you still have to end in engagement
Yeah.
range if you can, right?
Yeah.
No, you have to be base to base if you can.
Okay.
But you have to be
Closer.
closer to the unit you've charged than before.
So that guy goes there because it's closer. This guy is 3.5, so I go this way and go 3.4, so I go to here. 2.5, 3.2, 3.1, and 3.4. There you go. So then this one, I'm 3.2 away. So there isn't a way, I think, realistically, I can get that guy tagging them, but I'll try. And that guy that. And then Ezekiel goes, hello, I am an angry man.
The reanimation strat is end of the friendly fight phase. Gastro.com. So.
Uh-oh. Right, so Ezekiel gives me...
So I think you will be able to pile into them, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's
Within
the
four.
idea.
You'll probably be out of coherency is the only worry. Because there
1, 2,
are
3,
7 people in your...
That's absolutely
Yeah.
true. You're
so
currently
you're
at
not in
coherency.
coherency at the moment.
Ah, cool. So he has to come back.
Oh, sorry to poo on the parade.
That's all right. I'm just trying to be shenanigooning anyway. So if that's not going to happen, what I do is I'll just put them back this side. I think that makes more sense.
100%.
I think that's right. You can always consolidate back onto the objective as well.
Yeah. But it's better to start with that movement this side rather than being the other way around. But it's worth trying. That's what I like with TTS is you can do all this measuring and try to figure it out and then go, I cannot do dumb stuff. Never mind. But it's all cool. Right. So when I'm leading my unit as Ezekiel, they all get an extra attack.
I'm not going to lie, John. I'm going to pick up these flavor
I'm going
ones.
to roll lots of dice.
They
roll,
do not stand a chance.
I would love to roll lots of dice, but at the same time...
We don't want to be here till 1 a.m. So you don't have to roll dice that we don't have to roll, right?
Spoilers, Jack. We're not going to be. So I would have piled around a bit just to chock onto you. But just give myself the cover as best I can. He'll come around that way because it'll be closer. And that guy like that. There we go. Oh, the jump packs I didn't charge either. Let's see if they make their 7-inch charge. I'm going to fluff this now. I can predict it. There you go. That's a 6.
Oh,
That is a 6. Well done. This is fine, guys. This is fine.
It's okay.
He's playing
it's all
right
good.
into my hands. What Jack doesn't understand is I'm making him feel very comfortable right now. So then when it comes to his turn, he makes slapdash decisions and gives me the game.
John is showing you how to threat overload, right?
Yeah. Or shit the bed at the same time. Right. So I think that realistically is my turn. Things did not go to plan.
You do get storm though.
I stormed a hostile, so I do get my
4.
4. I got 4 for holding one, and I get 4 for killing one. Well, not that. Bugged out. There we go. Sweet. So then storm's done. Assassinate. I'm not sure I'm going to get realistically.
You're going to keep it, you're going to lose it.
I'm going to lose it because realistically, there's some passive secondaries that I could score by hiding and containing and the like. And that will be...
You still have a unit of Deathwing Terminators as well, right? In reserve?
Correct. And an ATV.
Ooh, which loves a rapid ingress. So yeah, interesting.
It does.
All
right.
Moving up to Jack's turn.
So you get 2 CP, I go up to 3, and then let's do some reanimations.
Nice.
So the Scorpec Destroyers get 1 wound back, 1 measly wound back. Cool.
Yes.
Back to full on him. Then we're going to go for the Wraiths for 3 wounds back. Let's just keep a guy coming back within... Oh, I've put the Technomancer in a silly place.
You have.
That's fine. I don't really mind that much. Let's have this here. Let's go for... Has to be within range of 2.
Yeah, John showing threats to that natural expansion with bodies. Because these DDAs are going to get to shoot, but there's only 2 of them, and they only get to choose 1 unit each to shoot. John does have armor contempt.
Yeah.
Which would make it if they've got cover as well, which would make it a 5-up save.
Or I have
think.
an invite anyway.
Oh well, most things have an involved.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I want to.
So
what do I want to do here? That's fine. That's
all my
okay.
units have got inbuns.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll figure that out.
That's why I have less stuff. Is because everything's got that essentially.
Yeah, it's not a high model count army, right?
No, and I'm not. To me, I like to have some little scoring units. I don't think there's enough in this list. But if you take out one unit of librarian-led stuff, it feels a little less flavorful. But
Yeah. 10th edition just rewards more units, right? It's
yeah.
Okay, so I scored my recover from last time. And then my cards that I've drawn are Extend and Containment.
Thanks. You're like, oh, thanks for some nice cards.
Yeah, basically.
Is it your birthday? Because you just got some nice.
Because those
cards.
Ophidians could literally pick two sides to choose from.
They could, but they're not going to do that.
They're in a perfect place.
They're going to do something
Don't
else.
kill scouts.
They might try and kill scouts. Oh, and I get that one wound back on these Tomb Blades. There we go. I'm actually going to use, at the end of the command phase, I'm going to use Imhotep's ability to do mortal wounds because I don't know if I'm ever going to get another chance to do that. So
yeah, this can be great, but it also can just be a thing, right?
Well, that's a 6, Grevo.
Oh,
what
so
is
that
means
wrong with you, Jack? Jack, I'm going to use your full name, Jack.
We do 5 mortal wounds to the Assault Intercessors.
5, did you say?
5, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that guy dead. That's Clarence dead. And now you've killed Dad Briel. And then 1 to Chad Briel. They've all got angelic names, didn't you know?
You know I didn't.
Yeah.
I think John's broken.
It's fine. It's cool.
Right. So okay. So let's figure out what we want to do. So let's go into movement, and I'm going to have a quick little think about.
Yeah. So, John, what is the best way to play Marines at the moment, in your opinion?
I would say, I think in the most competitive way, you've got. I think there are some choices, but I think for your average gamer that isn't really dedicated to Dark Angels or Blood Angels, I do think it is taking the Ultramarines with the double oath.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the hardest bit about that is, yes, double oath sounds really good. You just got to make sure you actually do kill your first target. Otherwise, it becomes I've got a thing, but I don't actually use it. So why have I got Gilliman? And I think there is a lot of tricks to it, but it still requires you to pressure and shoot appropriately, which I think is what Marines should be doing at the moment. Like, Calgar's little brick doesn't die, but at the same time, the rest of the army should be shooting and punching stuff. But I think mostly shooting, because I think that's what Space Marines still do the best at the moment. Like, outside of your Blood Angels or a Stormlance list that's either Dark Angels skewed or Space Wolf skewed or Sons of Russ, I think it should be a shooting list. I think that's the best to do well.
Yeah.
Whether it's rewarding, different question. So to me, I still think as a Dark Angels player, I want to play Stormlance. Like, Lion's Blade's great, but you have to jump through hoops. This is great, but it's very, very elite, and it doesn't have a lot of the tricks I like advance and charge across the board, or that you can pick a unit to put it on, because it's a lot of this is you set it up for a battle round, and some of the tricks that you normally are used to having in Gladius or Stormlance, you just don't have, and it's a shame. And I think the reason why I don't like a lot of the Dark Angels detachments is that they don't have those tool sets as well. So I think, to me, Stormlance at the moment sings out as a Dark Angels winner, because it works on even the line, and a lot of the detachments do not work on the line, which is disappointing if that's your big boy that you want to take, in contrast to Magnus or Mortarion, who are like linchpins of their entire army's kind of composition a lot of the time. If your guy's just he's there as a cute flavor piece, that feels a shame.
Yeah, no, I get that. We obviously seen, was it Josh Roberts took Gladius, right?
Yes.
And he had a return of the T-shirt cannons.
Yeah, Desolation Marines, I still think they're really good at dealing with specific body types, like stuff that doesn't like being shot by that kind of gun profile, but they still are expensive. So it's all well and good to put them in a list, but if you're buying 2 or 3 units of them, they're 200 points each.
Yeah,
If they're
I think
not
he had one, right?
making
He
that
had
back,
one.
yeah, one I think's worth it. But I've seen people trying to do 2 units of them. I'm like, that's a lot of points for just a thing. Like they're good at killing. Like the way I've got those scouts on my expansion, they don't like being shot by Desolation Marines.
No. Well, one of the things I'm a big fan of with that strategy is something I've been trying to get to work for a while, but on UKTC, as you can see on this map, guys, the big L's allow you to get plunging fire if you're at the top of them. And on Desolation Marines, that also works, so they get the extra
Correct.
AP. The problem is, if you don't have indirect, you can't really see a great deal from up on high. So it's a bit of a, it's a bit disappointing for most units, but for those that unit seems like it's a fantastic idea.
So at the beginning of the edition, before they got properly toned down, the first WTC, I saw people using it at the top because it was great. Because if you were going first, you could just get that extra pip of AP, ignore their cover essentially by doing that, and ignore cover if they have that as an ability, or if they're being led by something. It's really cool. So I think it's nice to see them out again. I just don't want it to be where we see 3 max units of them.
No, I don't think we will.
No one ever wants to see that in any unit. Like, to me, the best state a game can be is that you can want to take 1 or 2, and it's very hard to justify the 3rd unit, because that, to me, tells you that they're too expensive, or the 2 units does enough in your composition. And I like that as a look, that we're not just going, let's spam it and make the biggest units possible, because it just becomes a bit like who's got the most oppressive unit that can do it first, which no one needs to see. Like, as much as I love my Deathwing Knights, the 10s were just a bit much.
Well, it's better than when there was better than when Paul James was throwing 30 at us.
Yeah. I wasn't, and that's why I wasn't doing as well. I was like, I'm going to take 10 because I'm a snowflake. And it was like, well done.
I would like to see plunging fire actually get reduced. The height required be reduced.
I think generally the terrain needs a bit of a glow up, personally. Like, the fact that we are playing on these footprints that are just ruins, that keyword could be attributed to anything. Like the whole
you were mentioning this on the show with Tom on Tuesday, right?
I just feel like there's something that could be done there, and it just requires some time thinking about it, because I think that could affect more than just shooting. Like the fact that you could then move through things differently, and maybe a bit more dynamic board wise. Because imagine like we could have forests on the table again.
Well, let me tell you this: I 100% disagree. The reason being is I think 10's great because it's less rules to check.
Yeah, but that's what keywords were, right?
Yeah, and so I think having the best thing about 10th is not having those rules that you have to go, oh, hang on, what's this piece of terrain, blah, blah, blah.
That's why I don't like the special rules where like, oh, it's a plasma conduit. If you shoot someone next to it, they might blow up. That I hate, because that's a thing you always forget.
I think one of the things, it's a video that I'm looking to do, so hopefully no other content creators are watching.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, no. So this is I've actually tasked Ben Pierce with this one. So if Ben's watching, get the fuck on with it.
Ben. He needs to smile when he wins stuff more often, man.
That's awful. Such a good nickname for Sad Ben. So if you don't know, Ben did Ben's Wager, which was a show on his an RTT roundup where he talked about his RTT. But he won and he got the certificate. We put that on the front of the thumbnail. Ben just looks weirdly sad on it. So then someone commented saying, "You're not even happy in this video. I'm so confused about what the video's about."
It's an Eldari player. They're never happy they're winning because they're not really winning. They're just delaying the inevitable. That Slanesh will eventually eat them.
This is very true. How are you getting on, Jack?
Yeah, just basically, Dan. I want to do the use the wraith special rule to do some mortal wounds. To these Deathwing Knights. Do you want to use your Watcher?
Oh, let me just check something about Librarians. No, they're not psychic attacks, are they?
No.
You do dev wounds with
They
wraiths?
do indeed do dev wounds.
I am going to hold fire and just raw dog it.
Okie dokie. So
It's gonna
there's 7. Yeah, 7 models in the unit, so I can do 7 rolls, and I do 3 mortal wounds.
Cool. That is one guy on a wound.
Cool. So just to I think go through what I've done is I use the strat to go through walls for these locust destroyers to pop out here, so they can get some shots down this alleyway. This Doomsday Arc has stayed still, so we can get dev wounds that are shooting down this alleyway. I made a mistake with this Doomsday Arc. I rolled its advance before I moved something else. So what I should have done, because I'm worried about the reactive move from these Blade Guard reactive moving, so I can't see them.
I can only reactive move with the unit that is nowhere near you.
Okay. Then I will move some of these units that I've chosen not to move then.
It's the back guys are the ones with presence, annoyingly.
We'll bonk them here then.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to move. He doesn't need to. He can go to here then. Like so, and then he can see both of them. Okay, right. Well, that's not really changed much. Okay. What I've done is, so you've got these 2 Doomsday Arcs that can see down this alleyway. The Locust Destroyers that can as well.
Yep.
Race that here. The Triarch Stalker can see as well. I'm also going to bring in some reserves. So I totally forgot about that until I just mentioned it.
It's alright, man. We all do it. Like, I'm still thinking about my reserves, but
so we'll bring these guys
Ophidians are doing a long bomb charge.
No, the Ophidians are going to do a containment for me over here.
I thought they would. To me, that felt like a safe bet for them, right?
Yeah, that's a good shot.
And then we'll have the Tomb Blades do this other one here, while also denying the objective from the scouts.
Yep.
We've got some Scorpex pop out here just so they can try and mop up these Assault Intercessors. And we're happy with all that stuff.
Cool beans. Do I want a rapid ingress? That's the question. I think I have to. So to me, Deathwing Knights should never be put down in my turn. That 9-inch charge, very risky. I kind of had to try something like that, but realistically, that's not the best way to use them. So what I need to do is look at what I've got space-wise. So there's this lovely big Super L, which gives and takes away. But at the moment, I actually don't need to hide in there because all your shooting is behind your Super L. So if I'm just tucked in...
What about behind his big L?
His big L?
Yeah, space here.
Yeah, but that means I'm then... One of his big guns can shoot me.
No. The top end. Oh, he screened it, the clever bugger. He screened it.
Of course he has.
Oh.
Jack. So my logic is I'm going to try... I don't want him to try charging his Scorpex in, but what I'll do... Right, so I'll spend my CP. Let's see where I can put these bad boys. So I want to put them so that I'm 9 away from that Tomb Blade. So like here. Oh, thank you. Can you do it with all your units? Is that possible? This is the one thing I like about TTS. There's a lot of things I don't, but this is one thing I absolutely adore.
It's just like quality of life stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, because it removes ambiguity of like, I don't think you should be there.
I want Josh Roberts to come out every time I want to screen my deployment zone and measure 9 inches for me.
Right, so I want to be 10 inches away from your Scorpex, I think is my plan. And then not be so you can't see me with your shooting if I'm behind this wall, right?
Okay, sounds good.
I believe is the plan here.
Yep, makes sense.
So I'm going to make it so I'm like 10 away. So it's not impossible for you to charge, and if you want to charge me, you can charge me with those Scorpex. But in reality, I don't think you want to. Right.
Scorpex are very similar profiles to Blade Guard, right?
Yeah. But with 2 of them, I feel like if he charges me, he's risking. I don't think he trades up in that situation. No. Right, they're down. I'm done, I think.
Okay. So I'm going to get rid of these lines.
Cool. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to quickly answer William Lovell's question in the chat. Thoughts on his DA list. So it's a Gladius detachment, captain with company heroes, lieutenant with combi weapon, 3 units of 5 Deathwing Knights, 3 units of JPIs, 3 Vindicators, and 2 Infiltrators. I like this list, but have you considered putting it into Stormlance? Because all that stuff, supported by those 3 Vindicators, is great in Stormlance. And then you're not waiting to use your Assault Doctrine. So personally, I think it's a great list. It's got all the tools you'll need, but I would try that in Stormlance instead, personally.
Okay. So, shooting wise, let's start with the
The row.
right. So these Blade Guard, do they have a 4-up invulnerable?
They do.
Right, okay, that's fine. And they're 3-up armor save, right?
They are.
Right, okay. I've got this the wrong way around then, so that's my bad. That's okay. Let's go for Doomsday Arc, the first.
Yeah.
It's going to shoot into this Blade Guard veteran squad.
Yes.
Oh, no. We'll have this one shoot into them first, because that's the one that has death wounds.
Oh.
Big moment. Never rolled this before, so I mean, it's inevitably going to be a 1. But we'll see how this goes. Right. Number of shots is 4.
Hey.
Okay, so +1 for blast. So looking at 6 shots. We're hitting you
Nice.
on 2s because you're on objective and I haven't moved. So and we are not getting rerolls on that one, so it's just 2s. And strength 14, so 2s again. Oh, that one. No devs, but 5 AP a lot.
AP a lot, so 5 4-ups. Yes! Nailed it! How much damage each?
4.
Cool. So that's 5, did you say?
It's
That is-
AP3, isn't it? Yeah, AP3. 4?
AP 3 or 4. I think it's 3. But because they're 3-up save with a 4-up invuln,
Yes.
I only need a little bit of AP to get through to them.
It was 5, wasn't it?
Yes, you failed all of them. Sorry.
So this is the reason I hate TTS sometimes, because sometimes it just drops things like that in there.
Let me just
real
go put
life
this-
sometimes drop things like that.
Oh,
to
look
be
at this
fair.
trash bin. Look at these Blade Guard going in the trash bin. Dead.
And I do have a couple of shots from his.
Yeah, the pew pew.
Oh, Max is in the chat. Max, we can have group therapy together. Don't worry. Jack has bad touched many people, but he has a lovely
we
opponent to
discussed
be
it earlier,
bad
Matt.
touched by.
It's just 5 shots, yeah. So 2 misses, but 1 lethal. Just 1 wound, no AP on them.
1 wound, no AP. On Blade Guard again?
Yeah, same target.
Well, I failed. How much damage?
Just 1 damage, just a
Well,
goal square.
that's okay, Jack. Let me just quickly type him down to 2.
Okay. Then we're gonna go for.
Well, now he can't see them, so jokes
The
on
other,
Jack.
yeah, the other one can't see them. Absolutely right, but he can see these guys. So we're going to do the Locust Lord unit first into the Sternguard.
What is their strength of their guns?
Strength 5.
Okay, so I have
Remember to do the -1 damage as well. Put it on
I have a thingy.
these guys.
Do I have a thing where I'm getting shot? I thought I had a strat that went. No.
What's the AP on this as well, Jack?
This is AP 2.
Nice. In fact, I've got it
No,
up here.
it's a
You can
fight
see.
phase one. That's a fight phase one. Ignore me.
Okay.
Iron Arm is the strength thing is more. It's me getting it rather than it making you worse or anything.
Right. So we'll shoot the Locust into the Sternguard.
Yes. They have a 4-up invuln from the Librarian.
Okay. So all these shots, 18 shots, they are hitting you on 2s, re-rolling. So we're in range of the thing.
What's your AP, did you say?
2.
I will AOC these ones. I think that's the important one.
Yep, that's fine. No worries. Okay. So I was just going to see if I need to +1 to wound them because they have lethal, so they don't need +1 to wound. Right. Okay. You are the closest eligible target as well, so I've got full hit rerolls. So I'm probably going to fish for 5s here. So
Go for it.
hitting on 2s.
Oh,
For 5s. Okay, so we're going to get rid of these ones.
nice.
And then these are wounding you on 3s. Rerolling the 1s, thanks to... Oh, no, I'm not in range of that, so that's not a thing. So that is 14 at AP 1. So you've got 6 that
AP
will
1
not be
and-
in cover,
Yeah.
and 4 plus the character that will be in cover.
4. Okay, so what you're saying is I need to do them in 4s then.
Yeah, this is a damage 2.
Damage 2, and they are 2 each, so yeah. I'll do 4 to start with. Fine. So then I'll do 4 again. So I take 2, that's 2 that are in cover dead.
It's 1 damage each.
1 each.
It's 5T2, isn't it? Locust Destroyers?
If I look at the wrong
It
thing.
is. Yeah, the Gauss cannons.
Yeah.
That is 2. Cool. Okay, so that's 2 of them, and then let me just get rid of them quickly. So I've got 2 more
my bad.
guys.
I was looking at this
That's right.
thing. Oh, no.
That's
Yeah, I was looking at
another
this
one
colour.
and then,
Yeah, some.
and then the last 4.
Kills 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they died like a
Woof.
something or other.
And then we've got the Locust Lord with his
Staff of Light.
his stick, which is 3 shots. He's damage 1.
Is he going to light him up?
Light them up, light up,
1.
on fire.
He does 1 wound at AP 2. Well,
1
down to
wound.
1.
AP. Okay. What's a 4 up then?
Oh.
It's all right.
Just 1 damage on that one.
It's all right. This Sternguard Sergeant is just going to go, yeah. Whatever. Cool.
Okay. So next up, we'll have the other Doomsday Arc shoot that same target.
Cool.
He gets 6 shots. He is hitting on 2s because you're on an objective. And I'm going to get reroll 1s to hit and wound here from the Catacomb Command Barge. So they all hit. And 2s to wound. No devs, unfortunately. So that is 6 at a P4.
4 ups. They go 3 go through. How much damage each?
4 each.
Right, so that is just the poor librarian that's not on the objective left.
Okay, before you move out last one, I think. I don't think I was in 12, so we'll just do 5s, 3 lethals. And so that's another 4 AP0. Don't fail all of these, John. Don't break.
Yeah, please don't fail all these, John.
I failed 1. There you go.
Yeah.
This librarian is just going, yep. So you've killed 1.
Okay. Right. We'll do the Triarch Stalker shooting into the Death Knights. The Knights here.
Yeah.
The Knights to say knee.
No.
The Knights to say no.
The Knights
right.
of Lupus.
2
Must be
shots.
Traitors. Yeah.
So 3s. And strength 9, so 4s with your -1, right? Or is it -1 damage you get?
-1 damage.
Okay, so 3s to wound then. 1 wound at AP4, so melt gun.
4 up. Boom. How much damage?
See how far away I am from you first. Not within 9, so it's just D6. For 1.
That's -1 to 1. There you go. 1.
Kills that guy.
Oh no! In the bin you go. I'm really enjoying this bin, this vortex.
The bin on this map is probably my favourite thing about the
I'm
map.
just like, cool. Basically, I'm just pretending they're fallen and they're just disappearing into the warp. There you go.
Now we get to do the Enmitic Destroyers into the Knights.
Oh god, this is a lot of shots, right?
It is indeed. It's 12 per guy.
Bloody love these
Whoa.
guns.
So I'm going to be hitting you on 3s because you're not on objective.
As intended.
but it is sustained 5s. So we'll get rid of these ones. And these ones. So it's 38 hits.
Oh my god.
It's strength 6, so it's winning you on 3s, and I will be rerolling 1s to wound because you're infantry. Cool. Nice. It's 31 wounds, AP1, no cover.
AP1, yikes!
30, how many was it, sorry?
31.
31. Let me just... I've never rolled this many dice in TTS. -1,
You
so
play
it's
a
a
lot.
3
That's what you
ups.
talking about.
There you go.
So yeah, it's fine. No problem.
So 9 damage.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah,
No.
she goes,
5. Oh, 8. Why is it? Oh, I'm reading the numbers below each other. I don't know why, but on this one, it's got number 1 above. Yeah. 8 damage. That's 2 dead exactly. That's fine. It's not even half a squad. What are you on about?
then we'll just do the guy,
The guy.
the character. One more damage. AP2 damage 1.
AP2. So what we can find here, guys, is Jack is doing the correct thing. Something that's got -1 damage, you just roll damage 1 stuff into it, and it doesn't matter. And I save that.
Okay.
No, because that's the point, right? It negates that thing. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Now it's raid time.
are they going to pistol me to death?
Yeah, they're going to shoot their pistols into you. So 3 shots each, hitting on 4s because they are wraiths.
They can't get
And
everything.
when you're on 5s with death wounds, just 3 death wounds.
Okay. So there's a guy on a wound. There we go.
Okie doke. And you'll be happy to know, John, that is the end of my shooting.
That's the thing with this attachment. It's like, unless you literally load it to just do guns, you can't afford to just have the silly amount of shooting you kind of want, right?
So, charge-wise, we're going to have the Scorpex go into the Assault Intercessors.
As intended. Double 1. Come on.
8
No,
is good.
Jack, I said double 1, not an 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't listen to traitor Marines.
There is a book.
Pick a man while he's down.
Sons of the Forest, available now from all good bookstores, which explains that they are not traitors, or at least not all of them. They are victims of circumstance.
I'm going to charge my Catacomb Command Barge into Ezekiel's unit.
Yeah?
8 is good. I think I need a 7. Yeah, I need a 7.
Cool.
And then I'm going to do a tank shock because I want to try and kill this unit.
Cool.
I do 3 more wounds on you.
So that Blade Guard guy takes 2 and dies, and Ezekiel takes a wound.
I was going to say, Jack, actually, in the grand scheme of kill more over 5 turns, that might not have been the best shout, no?
No, but maybe I'll hold more for the rest of the turns if I can get more presence.
So turns 4 and 5, when there's nothing on the board, he'll just get to hold more.
Yeah, true.
But he won't kill more. So yeah,
it's my hope anyway. And then the Wraiths will charge the Terminators, see if we can finish them off as well. 7.
Paint Celestine. The anti-chaos sword doesn't work with Dark Angels because we don't have a chaos keyword unit in our army anymore because Cypher is only in the CSM book. So I think you're wrong because I have a model I can't use in my army. So you take that back.
You take that back.
That's me. I didn't even finish painting him.
Okay.
Cypher's great as well.
It's so annoying. I'm like, I wish I had that tool set in my army right now. Still, I get a combi lieutenant like everyone else. Yeah.
All right. So you only have 1 CP. So I'm going to start with the Locust Destroyers at the
Do I
Scorpex.
heroically intervene?
Oh yeah, that's the thing I was going to ask.
Right. What's the OC of your command barge?
I believe he gets affected by his own aura. So yeah, he does. He's OC 4.
Okay, so I need to stop you getting onto this objective. So I will with the Deathwing Knights, I think.
Mhm.
I don't have any command points, somehow.
Oh yeah, you did Armor
Yeah.
Contempt, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
did.
didn't
Ignore
count that
me.
one.
That would have been a great play. That would have been great.
I thought that's what you were going to do, to be fair. I was like, I don't think I'll die.
Yeah.
You didn't have
Never
oath,
mind.
but...
Yeah. Oh, well. It's fine.
Okay. So
Continue,
yeah,
Jack.
we shall start with the score packs. Okay, so here are hitting on 3s because you're not on an objective.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it?
They are re-rolling because they have charged.
That's all right.
And they are not going to use their dev wounds because that'd be silly. So that's... no, sorry, that's the wrong unit. Let's make sure I know what I'm rolling first. Yeah, strength 7. There we go. That is 3 at AP2 damage 2.
3 at AP2 damage 2. On
On the assault intercessors.
the assault. Okay, AP2. 5 ups. No. How much damage each?
2 each.
Thanks, Jack. I'll just pick them up. Take my toys off because they
Don't make me feel guilty.
Put them in the vortex, John.
I just did. I'm enjoying that. Like, literally, to me, I'm like, Jack, kill them quicker because I just want to watch them disappear because this is really fun. I might just sit there after the stream, just like, watch them going in. Whoop, whoop. Where have they gone? No one knows.
Right, let's do the Overlord's Blade with the Catacomb Command Barge. So he's got 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. He does reroll his 1s. And he's strength 8. Ezekiel 4.
He is. He literally is the stinkiest of stinks, but I still love him.
Right, okay, and then it's going to be rerolling his 1s again. That is 4
Yeah.
AP 3 damage 2.
4 ups. So what you're telling me is I need to make 3 4-ups or he dies.
You can beat the odds. You can beat the odds. I believe in you.
Do you know the best bit, Jack?
What?
Is when this model is destroyed, each friendly Adeptus Astartes unit within 6 of this model must take a battle shock test.
Oh, really?
What?
There we go. I failed 3 of them. He's dead. Right, so let's see
God,
who's within.
please.
What shit rule is that?
So this is designed in the situation where they want you to be in the Unforgiven detachment, where you want to be battle shocked. But there you go. So now I've got to see if these Terminators are battle shocked. What is a Librarian and Terminator Armor's leadership? 6. Let's see. Let's roll a 6 on 2 dice. Just. They're fine. Right, he's exploded. To the vortex with Ezekiel. There you go, bye.
And then let's roll some
I love that
attacks.
you both face palmed at that. It's like, yep.
Let's roll some Wraith attacks then in that case. So each one's got 4 attacks, and there's 6 of them, so that is 24.
Perfect.
Just 3s because you're not on... Sorry, just 4s because you're not on objective.
Yeah. Oh, juicy.
And then wounding you on 3s because strength 6. So that is 6 at AP 1 and would be damage 2, but you put it damage 1.
Okay. AP 2, did you say?
Yeah, AP 1.
AP 1. So 3 ups. Good as heck.
And then the Technomancer.
Techno.
On
Space.
4s. And 4s. 1 at AP 2, damage 1.
AP 2. 4 up. No, damage 1. Right, that is this guy dead. Ah! Into the vortex you go. Boom.
And then you get to hit me back.
Right, so
Come on,
I've
John.
got a Librarian with a Force weapon. Let's see what one of these can do. I've not used one all edition. I hear they're really good. So 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. That is not good enough. So 2 miss. And then 6 into 6. Nothing. And then the
dear.
Knight Master. Some say he has the great weapon of the Unforgiven. So 5 attacks.
Mhm.
Hit on 2s.
Go for it.
You're oast. There we go. So I'm going to re-roll the 1. Doesn't matter. The 6 is a sustained hit, so that goes back in. And then these are wounding on 4s. 6s are dev. So that's 2 dev wounds
Nice.
and 2 saves at -2.
So the invulns are passed, and the dev wounds, 1 is taken. So I'm on.
2 damage. There we go. He's
One of
an
them was on
angry
3,
lad.
wasn't he? So he's now down to
Yeah,
2.
guy, yeah. It's 2 dev wounds.
Yeah, I passed one of the Fiona Pains.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Missed that. Fantastic. Right. So you killed more, Jack. Spoilers.
I
Didn't see
do.
that coming.
So we're looking at a 12 for on primary.
Yeah.
We're getting a 5 for extend. And we're getting a 6 for containment, which is a pretty good scoring turn, I'll be honest.
Did you kill a unit, John?
John
I
didn't.
You got the,
I
so
held and killed, so I've got 8.
you got 8 sick. Nice.
And
Don't worry, I
it is-
scored it. I was like, I'm going to get all the points I can get, Davey.
It is your turn 3.
Sweet. So I'm on 2 CP now. Do you mind passing it over to me?
Yes, sorry, I'm really bad for that.
It's all right. It's all right. Can't be perfect at everything, Jack. Establish
anything.
locus and cleanse. Fantastic. Do you know what really would be useful right now? Cheap scoring
Action.
units. Right. So I'm more than. Is this objective within 6 of the edge? Don't think they are on this side.
Ooh, it's a good question.
How do I hide the floor from this one?
I think.
What are you trying to do, sorry?
I can't remember if I can be within 6 and be on the edge of the objective.
There you go.
Cool. I can't see where the objective is.
I believe that's a no.
Don't think you get there, yeah.
No,
don't
I
think
didn't
you
think,
can.
I
You
didn't think it
can
was
over
on
here.
those. I can on those side. So that means an ATV is not going to be doing that for me. Okay, so let's have a think. Establish locus. That's just doing a thingy in the middle, isn't it? Or opponent's end of my turn. So I could score 4 points if I do it in your deployment zone. And it's turn 3, so I have to come in. And I think I will be establishing a locus in the corner.
Yeah.
Who knew? I think those points might be useful. So then I need to try to do... What was my other one again? Cleanse. Not ideal. Not going to lie. I think cleanse is a bit bum. I'll battle shot my guy in with you. He's fine. I'm going to go into the divination discipline, which will give me to reroll to hit and to wound of wands. In
Like a
shooting
Tomb
and in
Blade
combat.
2? Oh my god, that's horrendous. OP nerve Tomb Blade.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm holding 1. If those
Good.
two blades hadn't done their thing,
You're holding
Well,
2.
yeah,
But-
but it doesn't count for scoring, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
It's all right.
haha, you're holding 2 actually. Haha.
I am, but it means nothing, John. Right. So this guy is now going to go do something very sensible. He's going to just. So it is 6 for him to get onto the objective. I just need to roll an advance. In fact, no, I don't need to roll an advance. Take that back. Dice goes away. I go the other way round. He comes to the middle.
So while John's doing that, Jack,
Cleansing.
question for you. Are you ready for the ITT from Paint Celestine? What do you think?
I think I am. In terms of a painting point of view, possibly because I just copy and pasted my list from my last from Nottingham. In the end, near enough. I made one slight change. I dropped my redeploy for a ethereal, because the redeploy is fine, but I have so many drops in my list. It's kind of unnecessary against most armies. So I didn't get use out of it a lot of the time.
Oh, for context, what are you taking?
Tau.
Just so
Sorry,
people
Tau. I'm taking Cao Yon Tau.
How Yon Tao? How 2022 of you?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Absolutely.
Which is pretty much how Games Workshop does balancing.
I'll have you know. They roll
so-
dice.
Yeah, it's the same colour set around Nottingham. But the only thing I put the Ethereal in, because Ethereal's cool because he's a 50-point like action doer basically, but because now he's got for the greater good, he can actually spot.
Nice.
So and he can take a marker drone, so he can have a marker light. So he's a good little spotter for really cheap that you can leave in reserve for most of the game and just like try and roll a 4 up to generate some CP because the rule
Nice.
still
Does he
works.
give you a benefit when he spots something
No,
other than just the normal? Okay,
ignore cover because he has a marker light, but
sure.
that's it. But he's just super cheap. He can do like he can cut. He's got a really small base and he moves 10 with fly, so he can kind of just like, run around and do mission stuff, and then spot for me as well, which I think was more useful than the redeploy. Yeah. So yeah, he sat here. He did get repainted, but he was the only model that I had to paint. So yeah, he didn't take too long. But yeah, I've been working on my army repainting project, so it's basically as I change my list, and it's like, oh, I need a third Riptide. I better repaint my third Riptide.
Everyone's saying, I think my dog's suffocated.
You know, my dog also nearly suffocated the other day.
Oh, really?
I say the other day, it was yesterday. Yeah, I took him on a walk down near a boating lake, and the water was so still that I'm pretty sure he thought it was just ground.
Oh,
And he just walked off the end of the jetty and went straight headfirst in the water. And he's only like 6-7 months old, so that was like his first time swimming, and he got a shock.
He's now really keen of water, right?
Yeah, well, he's a Labrador, so but we had
water.
I had to drag him out of the boating lake, but he's all right. He's ready for anything. That guy.
Is Luke Harris in the chat saying hello?
Hello.
Hello, Luke Harris. Hope you are, mate. Prince Celestine, did you gents see the Raven Guard list that did well recently? I heard about it on Out of War, but I don't really know much about it. Looks
The
pretty
Raven
interesting.
Guard list.
Yeah, there's a Raven Guard list. Yeah, it's had
Yeah.
Shrike.
Cave and Shrike is pretty solid these days.
Gives all the jump pack intercessors 2 OC, right?
Yeah.
I really like that. That was an elegant solution. Poor Lysander, though, with his Terminators doing sweet nothing.
I do. I freaking love the Raven Guard. I like how in the new Tau book they have to fight against the Raptors, which is a Raven Guard successor chapter.
Yeah.
What, Raven Guard fight Raptors?
No, the Tau in the new Tau book.
Oh, the Tau, right? Yeah.
They
yeah,
fight against a Raptor Space Marine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
John, how you getting on? Have you finished your move?
I think I've done all the moving I can do of movement.
All right, tell us what's happened.
So the scouts have come out. They're going to just try to throw a grenade at the Tomb Blades and murderize them, and then shoot them and charge them and do whatever they need to do. And then he'll try to heroic into me, but I will not be letting that happen.
I'm too far away. I'm way too far away.
Definitely too far
That's
away.
the goal. That's the goal. And then the Deathwing Knights are just going to try to punk the Catacomb Command Barge. I've oathed the Wraiths because I think that's more impactful to me, because everything's got reroll 1s to hit and to wound. So having the reroll to hit there within a circle companions where they've got sustained hits is much more useful for me.
Yep.
I'm also hoping that becomes a bit more of a mess, and then I can try to tag things like the Locust guys. I don't think I'll take the objective off the Stalker, but I can really try. They're OC2, the Inner Circle Companions, so it's not an insignificant amount of OC, so we'll see how that goes. And then the back unit of kind of just holding my back point. Again, this is highlighting that I don't have enough just units to be in this list, which is frustrating, but I need to go back to the drawing board with it. But I feel like I'd lose too much. You're already down to like 2 Terminator units and 2 Inner Circle, but maybe the Stern Guard just go, because I don't feel like they do enough, especially if I was going into like elves, maybe that would have been more useful, but...
Well, we can see at the end and see
Yeah.
if
And you got your Doom Buggy up here as well.
And the little buggy's sitting up there, 9 away from his little lad, just going, I'm establishing a locus. Look at me scoring 4 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the little librarian that's left from the Stern Guard is going to cleanse, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it makes sense. All right. Let's get then I start blasting.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with the scouts.
Yep.
They are going to throw a grenade at your Tomb Blades, so I'll spend a CP down to 1.
Mhm.
Or do I? Hang on. It's after a shot, isn't it?
That's what after you shot.
You can reactive move.
Oh yeah.
But this
Yeah,
is
but not with a
shoots,
grenade. It doesn't
Yeah,
count
that's why I
with a
was
grenade.
panicking for a second. I was like, there you go. Take 4 mortal wounds.
Yeah, boy.
That's
Three,
what we
four.
need.
Okay.
And then they are then going to shoot you. So it's 3 bolters. So that should be 6 shots. Boop. Boop. Hit on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling them 1s because that's sweet, useful. Right, that's 2 hits. 3 hits because they stacked. Oh my god, yeah. And then 4 into more, so 5s. Nothing. Perfect. And then we've got a missile launcher, so I'll do the 1 shot hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, hits, wounding on 3s. There you go. And it's a minus. I don't remember.
Well, I've got 4 up
Something.
save and I rolled a 3, so
Cool. And it's a crack missile. So let's see what damage I roll. 4 damage.
yeah, kills them off.
Perfect. That's all I needed. Sniper rifle shoots into the air. And then the Librarian in Terminator armor is going to, let's see what psychic magic I can do. So I'm going to do Locust 3 wounds each, right?
Yes, they are.
I'm going to do a focused. What's their save? 3 at base?
Yeah.
I'm going to go focused Witchfire because I want the dev wounds. Because I want to get that kill. I want to get that cheeky kill.
Get that
So,
kill.
D6 shots. Going to be a 1. Perfect. I knew it was going to be a 1. Hitting on 3s. Hits on a 3. And then 6 against 6. So wounding on a 4. There you go. Minus 2.
So that's a 4 up with cover.
Perfect. Perfect. And then I'll do my hazardous test before I forget. And he takes it. Of course he flipping takes it.
Oh my god. Comedy of errors.
Oh, welcome to playing Warhammer as me. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. There you go. He's on 2 wounds remaining. Perfect. No notes. I then think Azrael is going to shoot at them as well. Because why not? So the Lion's Wrath is going to shoot at you. Are you infantry keyword?
He is indeed.
Perfect. So that is 2 shots because I'm not within 12. 2s, rerolling 1s, but doesn't matter. And then it is 8 into less, so 3s. That is 1 at minus 3, please.
Minus 2, so 5 is good. 5 is what I needed.
Jack, stop it.
It's just annoying at this stage. It's like, come on, man. Just give me an in. Pity me. No, it's fine. It is perfectly cool. Let's check if a Terminator Librarian, his psychic attack is not a pistol. That would be far too useful. What I really like is the model actually has a Stormbolter on his hand, but he doesn't have the profile for it.
Well, can he not take it?
It's not listed. Let me just check, because that's odd. Feels very weird.
What else would a Terminator Librarian have, though?
Oh, he can have a combi weapon or a Stormbolter. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I'll look an optional upgrade.
Yeah. Just hadn't selected. But the combi weapon is still not a pistol. So, cool story, bro. So the guy in combat's just going to stand there and be like, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see what we can do with some charges then. The Deathwing Knights are going to go into your disco booth, the command barge. Roll a dice. As long as I don't roll nothing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a DJ booth. So
It
that
is, you're right,
is-
yeah.
It is a 9.
They play techno music.
Techno bass. I'm gonna put this side of you to avoid the Scorpec coming in. I don't think you're going to come in with the Scorpec, but at the same time, I need to respect that they can.
Yeah. Just remember, you have to base if you can.
Yeah. thing is, I can't technically base you. I just need to be within.
Yeah, I mean, base to base with the hull is basically how that works. I mean, I'm not gonna heroic you, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. But it's good to do it right. Well, we know what I'm doing. Just trying to make it so that I'm around you as much as possible. Cool. And then Azrael's lads, they've got to go 2 inches, so I can't fail it, but it's just let's see what distance they achieve. That is a 7. Nice. Right, so what I'm going to do, good practice of Azrael himself is 7.6 away from that guy, so he's going to go his 7. This back guy I'll leave till last. So then this guy will go 7 there. This guy will go 7 and that. This guy goes there. And then this guy will go that way. What does the Technomancer give your unit?
Furna Pain 5 up.
Cool.
Rather annoying.
Yeah. So ideally, I'd want to be charging 2 units in, and one of them picks him off, or try to pick him off. But the reality is, I don't have that option here, so that's not going to happen. That's all my charges. Do you want to do any heroics?
No, I'm not gonna. I can't heroic here anyway. So
Okay, I am going to do one of my favourite things ever. So I've got Azrael giving them sustained hits 1.
Mhm.
He's going to then.
what strength are these guys?
These are strength 6.
Okay.
Don't they get re-rolls against character units or something?
Yes. So I get plus to hit, so I'm hitting on 2s because you're a character unit.
Mhm.
They're my oath target, so I'm going to be re-rolling. They are sustained 1 from Azrael.
Oh,
I can make them. I've got the choice of being damaged 2 but lethal hits, or damage 1 but sustained hits 2. And the sweep is 5 attacks. So I'm actually going to do sweeps because I feel lucky, punk.
Quantity.
Yeah. So what it is I'll then
especially with all those
do the
wounds
smart
re-roll.
thing. Thank you, Jack. That's exactly
Sorry.
what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Sorry, I
All
thought you were
good.
rolling.
It's all good. So I've got 6 dudes. So that is 30 attacks. Hit on 2s, re-rolling. 6s explode. Do I have any strats before I go any further? Because that could help. Combat phase. Fight
You just
phase.
put the +1 strength, right? Iron arm.
Yes, it was the iron arm, wasn't it? Cool.
Mhm.
Yes, I want to do that. And I'm not in biomancy, otherwise that would have been 2. Cool. So I'll do that. So I'll spend my CP. So I'm going to be 2s, then 3s.
Yeah, I could spend a CP to then give myself -1 to wound because it would actually do something then.
Yeah.
What else do I need CP for?
Because it was the other one that went up to 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the +1 to wound for me, the damage
Yeah.
dealing one.
Not the defense one. Cool.
No, I think I'm just gonna let you go for that
Cool.
one.
2s re-rolling.
So because you're sustained hit 2 here and hitting on 2s, you're best just re-rolling everything and looking for 6s.
Fish, baby, fish.
So 1 misses.
1 miss. Love that.
So that is 10. So that's 20 go in.
Nice.
Nice.
You love to see 50 hits on
The
30
last time I did
attacks.
this,
10 damage, baby.
I think it was a guard unit with a command squad and Leontis
Mm.
to a wound.
Yeah.
Just purely because just rolling. But it wasn't. That was in Gladius, though. So
This is what it's like to play Tau, but in melee.
Yeah. Okay, so then these are 3s. I'm re-rolling 1s because of my discipline.
Rerolling everything, no?
No,
I thought you said
It's
rerolling wounds.
no, re-rolling wound rolls of 1.
Does that work for non-psychic units?
Oh shit! There's not a Psyker in this unit. Ignore me. Yeah, I almost cheated there.
Ah,
The one unit in my army. That's 11 dice. I'm not re-rolling. Never mind.
Azrael's like, oh, I believe in astrology. I can
Yeah,
I can
there we
read your
go.
palm.
So that, and then the 2s go as well. So that is only 30 at -2.
So on my invuln, 4 ups.
Oh, I almost cheated so badly then accidentally. Never mind.
17. And all damage 1, right?
Correct.
So just do 5 at Philippanes.
Oh,
13
okay.
wounds. So that is 1, 2. Then we got 6, 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's on 1.
Cool. And now Azrael.
Come on, big A.
In on 2s. Re-rolling. Nothing sustained. He's only sustained 1. Do I re-roll it? You know what? I'll let him die by this.
If you're hitting on 2s, then
Yeah.
if you're hitting on 2s, it is worth it.
Yeah.
But,
So I ended up dropping a die in the end, but it's not the end of the world. And then this is 7 because it's 6 with the.
Mhm.
No, I don't get the plus.
You get
Hang
plus
on.
1, right, but not plus 2?
The +1 strat I might not even be able to do.
Oh, is it like a unit only?
Yeah, it's just dawned on me.
Don't worry about it.
Right, I'll roll for these though. Let's see.
Mhm.
4s. There you go. 2 at minus lots.
Still 3. You said 27, no?
No, it's only 6.
Or is that the strap?
I fail 1. What
minus
damage is
4.
it?
-4, 2 damage.
So 2 Philippanes. I pass 1, fail 1, but that still kills this wounded dude.
That guy. Nice.
Nice. It's probably kept that in Terminators alive, hasn't it?
That was the hope. There you go. Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Next in the middle.
Cool. So this is a psyche unit.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter because you're vehicle anyway, so I'll be winning on 4s. So this is. I'll do the Nightmaster first. So this is hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of my discipline. Reroll the 1. 1 sustained because it's a flail, and then this is 6 into more.
8.
8. So this is 5s, but 6 is a dev. Don't worry, nothing happened.
Sure.
He either kills the world or nothing. And then we've got 4 dudes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2s rerolling 1s.
Mhm.
And then 4s rerolling 1s. So that is 8 at -2.
On his invulnerable save. Damage of that one?
2.
I believe that's him dead. Yeah, because he's -1 to wound, not -1 damage. So that's 10 damage on him. He is dead, Rooney.
Does he sexplode?
No, he does not.
Well, that's a shame. So I have to go towards you.
Yep.
So I'm going to tag these little guys.
DJ Booth explode? Or it doesn't explode, rather.
Well, we know what you mean.
You dropped the beat for the final time.
Conk. And then this guy, just to maintain coherency, will come in behind the wall. Yeah, cool. Would you like to swing back with your Wraiths or your Tomb Blades?
I'll do the race. I won't waste time with the Tomb Blades. Let's go into... might as well go for the Inner Circle Companions, I guess.
They are -1 to hit.
Okay, well, I'm hitting on 4, so that's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
But then,
That's only when they're led. That's an interesting fact that doesn't come up too often.
are they 3 up armor save?
They are 3 up, but they've got a 4 up invuln from Azrael.
Yeah, so it still makes more sense to hit them because
Yeah.
of the armor save situation. So 5s, we can just roll good. That works too. And then 3s, that is 4 at AP1.
4 AP1, so 4 4-ups. I'll take one of them. How much damage?
2.
2. There's a guy on a wound.
And then we'll do the techno.
Techno base.
One more AP2.
There we go. 1 at AP2. So what you're saying is a 4-up. I could do that. I can roll 4-ups. No, that's a 3. That's dead. Right.
Ooh.
To the void you go, my friend. He was redeemed and now he is dead.
Okey-doke.
Cool.
All right, so end of your turn, right?
I'm going to hit you with my 2
No.
terminators.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, I forgot about them. No, go for it.
We all want to see the raids get bodied, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right. I'm going to start with the Watchmaster. Hitting on 2s, rerolling because you're oathed. I'm not going to risk it for sustained. And then this is 6 into 6, so 4s. That is 1 dev wound.
Yep.
Well, it's 2 damage of dev wound, and then
Okay, so
1
one
at
invuln.
-2.
The invuln is passed, and then the 2
And 2
devs, 1 is failed.
Cool. And then a force weapon.
I'll get rid of this one. Else again.
Rerolling. Never mind. And then
Oh.
that is. Is
2.
it 2? Is it 2? That's the question. I don't remember what the strength is. Yes, 6. So 2. 2 at -1.
1 failed.
That is D3. Do I need to do 3 to someone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need to roll a 3. It's fine. No, that's a 1. Please take 1 damage.
I feel no pain.
Of course you do. Kick me when I'm down. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's what it
How
is.
about none?
Jack doesn't feel pain. We've realised this now.
Yeah, sorry about
It's all cool, man. Yeah, that is the end of my turn. So I've done a cleanse and a established loci. I was holding 1, and I've killed 1 for now.
that. Okay.
That's a good 6-point turn, though. It's not bad.
It might be the last of my scoring, though.
Right, so I control 1 or more objectives. I gain 2 CP as well. You gain 1.
Yes. Oh, I need to give. I'll give you the turn. There you go.
Thank you. So let's do some reanimations. So the Scorpex, get 3 Giga Chads.
Do you reanimate if you're battle shocked?
You do, yeah. That's you can reanimate to prevent battle shocks as well.
Yeah.
So he's fine. They're fine. They're all good. It's just going to be these wraiths. So get D3.
Yeah, I think you lose battle shock at the start of your command phase.
Yeah,
And then you take the battle shock test at the end of your command phase. So yeah,
1.
as a Tyranid player, I find it highly offensive as well.
Yeah.
So.
2, 3.
It's one of those rules that doesn't come up enough, and then you play into a certain matchup, and you're like, "This is so important."
Yeah, there's a list I love in Tyranids where you basically battle shock everyone and do mortal wounds to them. Problem is, against demons, it's absolutely horrendous. You just keep healing them.
So the 10 is going to heal that last wraith up anyway. So I'm just going to put him on full.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then I think that is that for me. So let's do some missions. We get cleanse and overwhelming force.
Yep.
So
Those poor scouts are so dead.
can have our guys come into here. We can do a cleanse. We can have these guys are going to come to here. We're going to kill some scouts. These guys, they're going to fall back. Oh, that's tight. I don't know if that's outside of an inch.
I think you're just out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's so on the line, isn't it? That's
Yeah, I think I probably could have
Yeah.
measured it differently, but that's my bad. So we'll go to, instead of going there, we'll go to there, and the 12 will be.
Yep, sorry about that, guys. A bit slow by me. If just while Jack's moving, if you don't know what I'm doing, I also have to paint some models by the weekend. I've got an RTT, and I'm taking lots of cute snakes. That's what I like to call my Raveners now, cute little snakes.
I hard disagree. I think they are rather unpleasant. As someone that's drawn quite a lot of Tyranids recently, They've got way too many limbs, way too many teeth, and weird amounts of veins. I find it quite unsettling.
Yeah. Something about veins that you don't like. You don't like big
Yeah.
veiny nids.
No, they remind me to the time we were in Nottingham at an Airbnb.
Oh, it was so much fun. So me, John, Tom Lawman, Adam, who is a friend of ours,
Yeah.
and Aaron of the team Fame, who now lives in America. We all had an Airbnb. We had a lovely time playing pool, very drunken. And we went to Warhammer World, drank all day, then got home, drank some more. And then someone said, "Hey, what time is it?" It was 2 a.m. and we were all playing that morning. And boy, was I hungover.
I've not been that hungover in a long time, and
Yeah, that was a rough game,
that was
man.
one of those things where I don't think it was the amount we were drinking. It's more the length of time we were drinking was the problem.
Well, as someone who works in the alcohol industry, John, I can tell you that it's how much you drink over time.
Yeah.
Is exactly it. So the problem was we drank several cans of beer in quick succession when we got home.
In like 3 hours, we probably drank what
Yeah.
we drank in the day. Yeah, because at that point
It
you
was-
feel indestructible.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, we've had such a good day.
It just means in the morning we failed all of our feel no pains, and we felt all the pain, right?
Absolutely. I think I drank the Atlantic Ocean in water, to be quite honest with you.
What salty
so Johnny,
water?
are you ready for the ITT? You've obviously got the ITT coming up this weekend. How are you feeling about it?
Me?
Yeah. Oh no, you don't have the ITT.
I'm not
You have a
going.
different event. You have a
I'm
different
playing
event, so-
board games this weekend. So there's
So
a really
what
good
board
game
games are you
called Root, which is like
Root?
woodland creatures playing.
Oh,
like-
yeah. I played that.
It's a very good game. I've got all the expansions for it. I'm going to play that, and then my mates are all turning up. We're basically just putting our board games on the table and going, who wants to play what? I'm just taking our time through it, and it's just nice catching up with some friends. These are the guys I got into Warhammer with, so it's just nice to kind of touch base with them. Go to Warhammer World with them in a couple of months as well, which is nice because it means
very
I'll take something a little less well thought out, shall we say? Because they're all a bit more like just turn up and throw stuff together.
Is that their like 40k event in a couple of weeks?
No, they don't do events, so it's literally just going up there to play for fun. You know that thing we used to all do? Just play a game just to do it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take a Land Raider. It's going to be full of Terminators. It's going to be classic.
Right, okay, so
Right, what have you done, Jack?
I have moved some stuff. Toonblades fell back here. We surrounded the scouts with the Scorpex. Ophidians are going to come over here to cleanse. We're going to do a cleanse here with the Triarch Stalker, I imagine. That'd probably be a good idea. We just got a bunch of shooting. We're just going to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
So let's start with Imatek. He's going to shoot his.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to shoot his Flamer and his Staff of the Destroyer at the. In fact, what I'm going to do is keep him on the objective, so in case I fail, in case I kill him with this. So the Flamer.
Yes.
5. No wounds because only strength 5. And his Staff of the Destroyer is 3 shots. And strength 6.
T5.
So 2 wounds. It's not dev or anything, is it? No, it's not. It's just AP 3, damage 2.
6 ups. No. Take 4 wounds.
Cool, yeah.
4 wounds remaining.
Right, okay. So then we're going to do...
And shout out to Luke Harris in the chat, who's missing ITT because his new job wouldn't give him the time off.
Rip.
Yeah. But at least you got that new job, man. That's something, I suppose.
Doomsday Arc into the Knights here in the middle. 1,
Yep.
2, so 4. Pretty consistent on these. 2 because we got blast. Hitting on 2s because I've not moved.
No.
Question for the chat.
2s.
Does your work know you play Warhammer?
5 invulns on them, mate.
5 4-ups. That's 2 failed. How much damage each?
They're 4 normally, so down to 3.
So, is there an injured one? No. So, get rid of that guy.
So the other guns.
Get rid of that guy. Oh no, there's 4. Did you say? So there's this guy. In fact, one guy takes both of them, doesn't he? Because
Yeah.
3. I'm very
And
good at maths.
2 0 AP.
2 at 0 AP. 2 ups. Nailing this. That's a 1. AP. Is it 1 damage?
Yes, 1 damage.
Nice. Perfect. That guy.
And the other Doomsday Arc will shoot
to
you the
void
same.
with you. Boom.
5 plus 1 for blast. So 2s. And then 2s again with Dev. No, so another 6 on your infun.
6, 4 ups. That's 3 go through.
Same again, throw 3 damage.
So 1 dies, and then 1 takes 3 damage. Boom.
You've got 3, right?
Oh, no. Yeah. In fact, there was an injured guy. Yeah. Ignore me.
Yeah.
That guy was on 3. Ignore me. It's been a long day.
And then 1 more wound. No AP.
One wound at no AP, did you say? Cool.
Yep.
2 up. Oh, can't even roll dice anymore. There you go. I rolled it. I succeeded.
Okay.
Perfect.
Then we're going to do the Locust Lords unit into the Inner Circle Companions.
They are -1 to hit.
That's all right. I'll manage. We'll go through Weight of Fire, I think, here. We'll try. So, 36 shots.
Oh, no.
We're now hitting you on 4s,
Perfect.
but we do have the sustains. So, we're hitting you on 3s. We're on those 1s. So, we're looking at 21 AP1, no cover.
21 4 ups. Cool.
That's not so bad.
That
More than
is
average.
10 go through. How much damage each?
Just 1.
Okay, so there's 1 already dead. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 1 takes a wound.
Okay. Then we'll do the Staff of Light from the other guy. 1 more wound. AP2 damage 1.
Saves it.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 into this unit up here, and then 2 plus the Lord into the Librarian.
Yeah.
So the 2 into the Librarian on 2s, because you're on the objective. These are lethal. And then 3s, so that's 6 saves, AP2.
6 saves, 4 ups. I need to make them all or I'm dead. Nope, he is dead. To the bin. Yeah.
To the bin with you.
Right. Then the remaining ones into the inner circles. So that is 12 on 4s. With reroll 1s because you were not close eligible target. So just 6 lethal hits at AP2.
6 AP2. So 6 4 ups. 1 goes through.
2 damage.
Oh, you got him. In the bin. I'm enjoying that way too much.
Right, he can cleanse that point. He can cleanse that point. It's fine there. Right. Looks like it's charge time. So we're going to charge with Imatech into the Invader ATV. Double 6. He's fucking ready to go.
Jack, you need to base me where possible. I don't
have
have a
based-
base. So
I have
just
based
touch
you.
my hull. Caress my hull, please.
That's what I've done. Don't worry. We'll have the Scorpets go into those scouts. They love it.
Row.
Whoop.
Like so. And that is that for charges. No more charges.
Cool beans.
So, combat-wise, we'll have the Scorpex fight the scouts.
For scouts.
Hitting you on 2s, re-rolling. And I definitely remember what their weapons do. Yep, that's fine. So then it is strength 7, so 3s. That is 9 AP, 2 damage 2.
6 ups. Yep. They were about to become fully fledged Space Marines after this game.
Now they never will be. What a shame. Cool. That still goes there.
With you.
And Imatech on 2s. And strength 6, so 3s. 1 dev wound for 2, and then 2 AP3.
What's the
So
toughest of an ATV?
5.
Is it? Wow.
It's a bike with 8 wounds, mate.
Yeah.
AP2, did you say?
AP3.
AP3. So 1 goes through and 2 dev wounds. So that's 4 damage. That's exactly enough.
Then he goes back onto his...
I
Remember
explode. I don't explode, I'm mounted.
Remember
and
attack
that...
bikes? That was so good, man.
I love my attack bikes. I miss them.
So... Cleans.
Can you play them in Heresy, John?
No.
So,
So they literally have no horn. Sorry, Jack.
that's right.
Stop reminding me. I've got 6 of them.
Yeah, I had
yes.
9 when I was starting it.
So I will get the kill more that turn.
Yeah, handy P.
We get cleanse for 4, and we get overwhelming force for 5.
Perfect. Give me the turn.
It's your turn 4.
Right, let's see what I've got. But I think this might be a quick turn. Find enemy lines and cull the horde. Can you be culled?
No.
Bye. Area denial. Cool.
It's the wraiths, not. They've got 4 wounds each, and there were 6 of them to start with, no?
That's 24 wounds.
Oh,
Right.
I need to be 25.
Yeah.
Okay. And the character don't count, do they?
No.
That was 20.
It's 20 models, or 25
Oh,
wounds.
it's the wound bit that gets. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Sweet. Right, what am I going to do? Right, let's have a think about this. So you've got 3 wraiths. I'm realistically not going to kill them.
Oh, actually, I'm going to spend a CP into my fight phase because I've got loads to just let them regen a model. There you go.
22.5 away. So that's 8 plus. Realistically, I can't get into that combat there. 21 there.
So while John's moving, Luke Harris replied to, does your employer know you play 40k? Yeah, it's a small business. I inform them I like my weekends off, so I would like to see if it would be an issue for them. Nice. I've got a friend who is actually is a pretty much all 40k game, mostly Heresy actually.
These guys are battle shocked.
He refuses to come out about playing 40k. Will not tell people. Didn't tell he didn't tell his wife until he was married because he was in the army.
Wow.
Right, I've got 2
And he
battle
had
shock
like
units,
a
Jack.
cupboard.
Go for it.
He had a cupboard full of like models at his barracks, but you know he would go away for weekends and she'd be like, "Oh, he's just going away with the lads," and that was kind of true. He was just going away with all his models as well. But you compare that to me, and I can't lie, so I just tell people at work, like, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I'm like, I don't want to just say I'm going away with the lads because it's not true. I'm like, yeah, I play Warhammer, and people are like, so you get the reactions, right? You get some people who are like, "Oh yeah, oh that's really cool." You know, it's not really, is it? But then you get other people who are like genuinely interested.
I work in an IT department, so everyone there, apart from one person, there's 6 of us. There's one guy that like has no real clue about 40k. Everyone else knows what 40k is, has played 40k at least some point in their life. So yeah, that's, I'm going to Overwatch them.
Yeah, I thought.
They can take 36 lasers to
Finish
my face.
him.
Hitting on 6s, but -1, so you're hitting on 6s.
So it's 16. 3s, reroll the 1s.
Jesus Christ.
15 AP1 no cover.
What is that?
It's such a good unit.
Into
That's
the
both
vortex.
units dead. Cool.
One thing I really like about this detachment is that it makes the locust destroyers even better, and they're one of the coolest things I think in the lore for Necrons. Like, there's a bit Infinite and Divine is the book that everyone always talks about when it comes to Necrons.
Really read.
It's absolutely. I highly recommend the audiobook. It's fantastic. But there's a section in it where some destroyers go to a planet. Like, Orican recruits some destroyers to help him with his invasion force. And when he's finished, they just stay there on the planet, and they're just like, "Well, we're going to eradicate all life." So they go island to island, and they destroy all of the plants. They like systematically destroy the ecosystem, like destroying the big plant, the big animals, then the plants, then the small plants, and then the germs, until there's literally nothing left. And then they just kept moving their way north, and their plan was to like melt the ice caps to flood the planet and kill all life on it.
Oh my god,
it's awesome. Yeah, and that took them like 10,000 years or something. But Necrons. Anyway, Scrivo, your go. How's your movement going?
Right, finish my last unit. But I'm going to see if I can even justify moving them out, because no, they're 14 away. So I'll put them back.
I am reading a book. I don't know if anyone in chat will know it, called The Gap Cycle. It's a series of books.
Mm-hmm.
The first book is probably one of the most horrific things you'll ever read. I don't want to talk about it because it's really bad. But then after that, it becomes apparently it gets into it's very strong, but it gets into some very interesting themes about sci-fi. So I'll let you know how I get on with it. But apparently afterwards, after the first book, which is like horrendous, it gets into some really cool stories. So I'm looking forward to that. If you have read that, comment in chat below. I'd love to talk about it.
Right, I'm going to charge Tomb Blades in the middle.
Go for it.
There we go. 6-inch charge. And that is me done. Would you like to heroically intervene with anything?
I would not.
Cool. I will hit you with the Nightmaster to start with. Reroll a 1. Oh, hit. 6 explodes. And then 6 into 5, was it, on those?
Yeah, T5.
So that is reroll 1s. That button. That one. There we go. So that is 4 dev wounds. And then 4 at -2 to damage.
Yeah, they're dead.
Cool. Right, so I got to kill 1. I got to hold 1. And area denial.
Area denial for 5. What was your other mission again?
Behind enemy lines.
Oh, yeah, of course. Right.
Cool, which I'm going to bend and get my CP, because I don't have an Azrael to gain a CP. Oh no, I had that this turn, so I didn't give myself one, so I'll put it back on. There you go. And it is your turn, Jack.
Cool. So I have the hold more. And then healing wise, we're just going to get some more rates back for 1 wound, which I will
God, I hate Necrons.
fully heal that one with the techno. So I'll just
you can't be enjoying this, Jack, right?
I don't know, maybe.
At this stage, I don't feel like we probably need to play through the rest of it, Jack, because I've got
I'm not going to force
unit
you.
and then 5 other models. So
yeah, I think at this point, these
done.
guys shoot these, and then these guys shoot these, and then So
and then it's your home objective, yeah.
Let's just see what my score would be for this turn, and then
completely.
Assassination, area denial. That's pretty.
Yeah, you'll kill
simple.
something in the middle, and it will be a character. There you go.
Yep, that's fine.
I like when you talk through the game with Jack. Jack's like a destroyer on a new planet. He likes to finish the job.
Yeah, we must be systematic and destroy everything. Just for the sake of, there we go. Okay, and then round 5, I imagine it's just going to be a 12, and then I'm just going to see what the scores would be. Nothing I can score. Okay, so it would be a 92 to 49 plus whatever you get for your last secondaries.
Oh, good.
Why couldn't you score Assassinate and Area Denial?
Sorry, I did get those ones. I drew it on my phone for some reason. Defend Stronghold, Bring It Down. I got Bring It Down on my phone. So Defend Stronghold would be a 3. So
But don't you get Bring It Down if they've...
No, that's Assassination you're thinking of.
Can you swap it? So yeah, you could definitely get rid of it if there's no vehicles, right?
Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Engage, which
There
I
you
can
go.
get. I can
Yeah,
get for
there you go.
a 4. I'd imagine by moving there.
99. It's not a hundo. It's not a hundo,
Yep.
Jack.
It's not very destroyer of me.
Sure.
I think this is I definitely think there's still a lot of strength in Starshatter, mainly because I think the Locusts are still really good, and yeah, that's the main thing. This is a better destroyer detachment than the actual destroyer detachment.
Yes.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of good stuff there. They just kind of kill everything they look at, and then Race still refuse to die.
I mean, they do really do that.
They are just really obnoxious. So, what would you change about your list, Scribo?
I personally think the Librarius detachment doesn't want to go into this. So
No, it's a bad matchup on a bad
it feels
mission.
incredibly bad, and Purge is not a great one for me either. So
Hmm.
I just give you kills. So, and rolling 4-ups against Necrons, never fun in that respect. So
I think if you go second, it's a lot better because
yeah,
you at that point I'm the one who has to make a play on you, and because I'm all
Correct.
shooting, that doesn't
Yeah.
go too well. So
yeah,
it's mainly because going second against a shooting army with a combat army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never ideal. And
That's
I
not-
don't think I
that's not super
utilised.
fast.
I think I should have put the Deathwing Knights on the board. The ATV should have been in the sky like it was. Maybe the jump packs in the sky as well, because if the Terminators are there, I can then kind of control 2 objectives with them. But you still kill them pretty comfortably, so it just feels
Yeah.
rough. So
There's just I think it was the trash war kind of went in my favour a little bit there.
yeah, I don't have enough stuff was the biggest issue. So I think it's a list I enjoy what the list does, but I feel like there's not enough resource to it. So it's something I need to kind of reevaluate and figure out. So
Yeah. Maybe on the second turn when you pulled everything out.
Yeah.
Maybe you just pull out 1 unit of Terminators.
Yeah. And they weren't on the board normally, so that was the challenge, right? Like because I hadn't
Yeah.
deployed them, it was a real struggle to get them in the right places. But yeah.
So yeah, maybe just pop like 1 unit out, wait for me to
Yeah.
come out with something, and then you can bring
Yeah.
out your Stern Guard and kill something in return.
Yes.
All right.
Cool beans.
The objective put you in a bind with that, putting the flayed ones on the objective.
Yeah. And the secondaries I drew, I kind of needed to score something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to be worth it, but I had to do something, and I tried to push so that he couldn't then bounce back onto the objectives, which didn't quite pull off, but yeah, still good.
All right.
Well, what played both of you? Well, who's on next week, Jack?
Next week we have got myself and Rob. If well, it might not be me playing. Depends on who else is available, but it may be me versus Rob. And
Rob
then
Kempton from the team.
yes, he's making his glorious return. And we will the week after that we have a special guest. We have our second special guest,
Very cool.
which I will reveal next week.
See, Rob's not that special, guys. Like Rob's just run of the mill guest, right?
Rob's not a guest. He lives here.
He does live here. He does live. If
part
you
of
don't know Rob,
furniture.
Rob is he's one of the few people that I've ever heard of, outside of like the main people, to go to get invited to the Warhammer Champs twice, consecutive years.
For best overall, right? It was
That's so wrong.
yeah, because his army looks
Top one.
friggin' awesome.
He is the top bloke. Really entertaining to watch. And if you're a Drakari fan, I don't know if he's on Drakari at the moment, but that's his main jam. He's very good with his Drakari.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be doing Drakari or Space Marines. I'm not sure yet.
Also venturing
he's
into
got
World of
a
Marines.
lot of interest in Dark Angels and Raven Guard. Some of the lists I've been seeing him churn out. So.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure out what we're playing this week, and then we will let you guys know on the channel as soon as we do. So, thank you very much for everyone for tuning in, by the way. We've had a great time, and happy everyone's here. Thank you very much, Davey, for hosting for us.
Quite all right. Thank you guys for playing. Right, well, let's bounce, guys. Have a great one, and we will see you next week.
But before we do, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Like and subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel. Comment below on the matchups you'd like to see, because Jack, I'm sure, would love to fill those factions up if you want to see them.
And if there's anyone you want us to get on as a special guest as well, any suggestions is also welcome. I will hunt people down and pester them until they at least answer the email.
Yes. Yeah, we had David Gaylord on last week, so that was pretty strong.
Exactly.
Good way to start.
Great game. All right. I think that is it. No, now we can go.
Okay. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Boy.